Breaks at half time of this game. I'm going to change that.
And it's live. Welcome back to Pass the Mic. Earlier on, we covered Jablonec 2, Celtic 4. Tonight, we are watching Galatasaray against St Johnstone, Hibernian versus HNK Rijeka, and Breidablik versus Aberdeen. We have been joined by Stefan. How's it going, mate?
Hi, not too bad, mate. How are you?
Fantastic, lad. And we've also got Mark, who's back from the first part as well.
All right, mate. Nice to be back. Looking forward to the other three Scottish teams, hopefully getting some positive results in Europe.
Yeah, and Ramesh, how's it going, mate?
Not bad. I'm looking forward to this stream. Got a lot going on in Scottish football in Europe, so bring it on.
Yeah, absolutely. So before we get any further, I'm just going to run through quickly the Galatasaray starting 11, which is as follows: Muslera, Bowie, Luyendama, Markel, Van Aanholt, Kara, Antiljali, Kutslu, Ryan Babel, and Mustafa Mohamed. And St Johnstone's starting 11, which is considerably lesser value than the starting 11 for Galatasaray. Xander Clark in goals, Kerr, Gordon, McCart, Rooney, McCann, Davidson, Witherspoon, Devine, O'Halloran, and Kane. Yes, Chris Kane is sharing the same pitch as Ryan Babel tonight. How fantastic is that, boys? That's the romance of the cup right there.
I really think that the news that's literally just broke minutes ago about Leo Messi is off from Barca. I think we need to all have a say on that. It's associated. It's the club that he's been associated with for all his life since he broke through. It's when you think about Barcelona, you think about Messi. It's obviously wow. So let's see where he ends up.
Yeah, I do think. Well, hopefully, it looks like St Johnstone are going to be playing a team in Claret Amber 2 games in a trot. Obviously, one far more superior than the other. Motherwell, of course.
Goggsy, before I say it, where are you in? I think where are you? Is the game started for you? You're on BBC, you're on TV.
It's not started for me yet.
Right. How we want to work this then? Are you if St Johnstone or anything happens because I'm on the TV, I'm bang up to date. Are you wanting me?
That's fine. You just lead the charge, mate, because I don't have the. I'm not on the telly. I'm just watching it on the app at the moment.
What channel is the game on?
BBC Scotland. BBC Scotland, Stefan. Same as our one.
I did not know that.
Neither did I, mate. I had to get Goggsy to tell me straight after our game that it was actually coming on.
Mm-hmm. This is where you go to the BBC iPlayer and you kind of get onto it because they don't let you watch it live. Kind of wait for that.
So what are our predictions for the first game of tonight, lads?
I'm going to go 4-0 Galatasaray.
I'm going to be kind and say 3-0.
I was about to say 3 as well, Goggsy. To be honest, mate, I was not as harsh as you, Stefan, but I was going to go for 3-0 to Galatasaray, just for the sheer fact of the wounded animal that St Johnstone. But listen, I hope St Johnstone don't take an absolute boon. I hope they don't.
Sean Rooney's I think he's just won a free kick there. No?
No, he didn't. It was.
Mark, what minute are you in?
2 minutes and 12 seconds, mate.
Yeah, I'm the same as Mark.
Great, I'm a minute 10.
Yes, Brody, Messi is off-ski. 10 minutes ago, the news broke.
Mark, obviously you were our Spanish correspondent for the podcast last year. Messi, Barcelona, you surprised?
I actually am, mate, to be honest. I'm very surprised that he is eventually leaving. There was always a murmur, but for the last few years, as certain things have been happening, Galatasaray have just missed a sitter, by the way. Sorry, Stefan, there's an absolute sitter here. The ball's broken in St Johnstone box, and the boys just skied it. Mustafa's just skied it from about
10 yards or something. Yeah. Not even that. It was probably less.
Wow.
It was kind of just at the edge of the 6-yard box.
Yeah. Wow. That's incredible how he's missed that. Sorry, Stefan. There's been murmurs the last few years he was going to leave, but he's always staged. He always went, it's Messi, Barcelona, they'll sort it out, etc. But I don't know if it's just, they'll say all good things must come to an end, but I really did think he would retire there. But it's all to do with money, isn't it? And even though La Liga's just did the big cash injection yesterday, I reckon that it's really been, it's still came as a surprise. It's obviously the financial stumbling blocks that have been put in his way and he's not been allowed to go. So the very interesting thing now is, where does he go?
Aye, no, that's a fair point. I don't know, just looking at it, I feel like he's probably going to go to City, Guardiola connection, but then again, PSG might be in for him. It's just mental, considering Messi leaving Barcelona. You'd never have thought it was going to happen.
Stefan, if he goes to Man City, does that then kill the Harry Kane links? The Harry Kane spattered through the toys at the Pram this week, and he's not turned up for training. Now, Man City are not going to be able to sign Grealish, Messi, and Harry Kane. The UEFA's financial fair play computer algorithm is going to go into overdrive with that one.
Yeah, so, I don't see them signing Harry Kane. You've got the choice of a 34-year-old Messi or a 28-year-old Kane. You're taking the 34-year-old Messi all day long.
Absolutely. So then, where does that leave Harry Kane? Because it leaves him in limbo. You think he's maybe put all his eggs in one basket, or was he never going to Man City at all? Has that maybe just been a sort of smokescreen?
And I think he's fat. I think he's heard the rumours. I think he's wanted to go to Man City. But if it doesn't work out, you can't do what he's done and refuse to show up to training, and not play. So he deserves ultimately what he gets by opting to throw the toys out the pram, in my opinion.
Couldn't agree more, mate, honestly, because you also look at Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish stayed at Villa and trained every single day. He still did yesterday as well until the time came, so he respected his club. And that's the way you need to go about it, mate. You need to be respectful to your employers.
Isn't like Jack Grealish a boyhood Villa fan?
Yeah,
that's true, mate. But you should still respect the team, mate.
Yeah.
You need to look at it beyond that as well, mate. You should still always respect. At the end of the day, they're paying your wages. Unless they've done anything outrageous to you, then you shouldn't be refusing to turn up for training.
And that's the thing. He's their captain. Is he not? Harry Kane? Is it Hugo Lloris?
Oh, Hugo Lloris, mate.
I was going to say, because I know he's England captain, so I just thinking it was either him or Lloris. But even still, he's a big leader in that Tottenham team. What does that say to guys coming up, saying that you're arguably your best player is throwing the toys out the pram? It's utterly pathetic.
I've just seen a wee rumour just there on Facebook that Lionel Messi's just been spotted outside Upper Crust in Motherwell.
he's popped into Club 100 to watch the football tonight. At least he's over 21 anyway.
Oh, brilliant.
I'm just seeing that Galatasaray chance back there, man. That's a nice.
It's the same range that Kyogo missed during our game.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But it was a similar technique with the volley. Only I'd actually argue that Kyogo's volley was more difficult than his. No, listen, it's still a sitter, but you'd argue it's more. Oh no!
Snapshot.
Oh yeah! Was that the post? Safe clap. Oh, he's offside anyway. Galatasaray have just put the post edge of the box. Take it away, Ramage, sir.
Yeah, it was a good save by Xander Clark on the follow-up, despite it being offside. But I mean, that's early warning signs for St Johnstone. I think they had that chance earlier on, and
jeez, well, Stefan, this feels like watching us playing away to Barcelona or something.
It does. It's got the feel of it. But then again, St Johnstone. I mean, I said 4-0 and I stick by 4-0, but see if St Johnstone can replicate their performances that they gave against Rangers and Celtic. Galatasaray are a team that I think Celtic and Rangers can, and I think Rangers did beat them last season. So if St Johnstone can replicate that sort of performance against the big two, I don't see why they can't think that they can take it. But there will be a monumental ask because this Galatasaray team look really, really good. and I've just seen that chance off the post. So, aye.
Yeah.
At number 11, the striker, is it Mosala? Something seems like his name is. He looks very lively. It's like first 8 minutes he's been in and about. He's been basically making dangerous run. But he's had obviously, I know he's skied that chance. It's easy to jump on him, but he's been. He looks quite lively. The boy. He's took up a good position despite it being offside. He's reacted well to the to coming off the post as well. He looks like he could be a wee bit of a handful for the St Johnstone defence tonight. I just hope, to go back to the point that Coby made, Goggsy, say about, in fact, you that made it about Celtic and Rangers, or the two of you made it at the same time about a Wednesday night pissing a rain. You're hoping next week Perth just the heavens open up next week for Galatasaray's visit. We always hope that when Barcelona and PSG, the lights come to town.
Yeah.
What pissed the rain and PSG rattled us 5-0, so...
Aye. Lee Barrett, yes, whoever loses this tie will parachute into the Conference League and will play the winners of Vojvodina or LASK Linz.
Yeah. That's a tough tie. If St Johnstone go up against either Vojvodina or Linz, that'll be a tough tie. But I thought I didn't realise. I thought this was a Conference League game. It shows you how much attention I've done in the summer. But listen, that could be a favourable wee tie for St Johnstone.
Aye, I mean, you may say, obviously St Johnstone being notably the smallest out of the 5 Scottish clubs that are actually in European competition this season, but remember they've knocked out the likes of Rosenborg before.
Yeah.
Good tackle.
There's no guarantee they're just going to get absolutely rattled.
Mm-hmm.
What channel is the HIBS in the Aberdeen game? What channel are they on?
I think Aberdeen's on Premier Sports and Hibs. I don't know. I think they're just on Hibs TV.
Hibs TV, aye.
Mental. More games should be on free-to-air TV, by the way. Just saying that.
Well, Scottish TV, BBC Scotland has got 3 channels. They've got BBC One in Scotland. BBC Two can be changed to BBC Two, and you've got BBC. You've got BBC Scotland. Now you've also got STV as well. So you've got 4 channels there. I agree. You could have the game should be live.
It all depends on contracts, though. Like for the football, because I remember back in the day, you used to get Champions League qualifiers on BBC One sports team, but they don't do that now.
I know at this stage, but no in qualifying. The contracts don't hit place until the playoff round. That's why you'll find that the playoff round will probably be on BT Sport. I don't know who's going to be the Conference League. I think it's still BT because it's the UEFA contract. So I think that just counts towards that. Because obviously they have the Champions League and the Europa League.
Yeah.
Going to get some commentators on the go, by the way. Get the applications in, boys. They're going to need some people. You might be covering Jabalaresh against Fola Esk or something in the Conference League.
That was a good effort. Just unlucky to hit the post there. Good stop from Xander Clark in the end.
Mm-hmm.
The Galatasaray manager looks familiar to me. No idea who it is, but it looks heavy familiar.
I want to see Murray Davidson just half someone.
Yeah. Give me St Johnstone down to 9 men. He's, by the way, the boots are flat. He's getting about it already. God's a couple of wee legs left in there.
What's that?
A couple of wee legs left in when he's trying to nearly went in late and a wee bit there. Somebody trying to nick the ball. You'll see it. He kind of puts his leg, he leaves his leg in a wee bit, but the guy just skips by him. I think it's more international class here than pulling down Charlie Mulgrew playing for Dundee United.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Sorry, Charlie, if you're watching. I wasn't want to slate Charlie Adam for your damage. Yeah.
What was it Charlie Adam said?
Is that Stefan?
Did Charlie Adam not say something about Celtic and Rangers and something about sponsorship money? Am I close? I seen an article about it. I never read it.
I'm not sure. No, it wasn't Charlie Adam. I think it was John Nelms, the Dundee owner, that was behind that. But I can't remember exactly what it was about, though.
And just as you've spoken, Goggsy, Murray Davidson has just daffed someone into it and gave away a free kick.
Yes.
Very dangerous area, by the way. If Galatasaray have got a decent set piece taker, this could be interesting.
I should have taken Murray Davidson to get booked because it's bound to happen.
How many is St Johnstone playing 5 at the back? Are they like? It looks like
it said in flash scores a 3-5-2, but that's obviously when they've got the ball.
Aye. Flash scores very attacking.
Yeah.
Oof.
Defending. Well done. Jamie McCarthy, I think, get the last touch on that to put it behind for a corner kick. It was Kerr. It was Kerr. Jason Kerr for it. Going to be Ryan Babel. Ryan Babel, Dutch internationalist, put the ball in. What a clap. Free header, but that's the only poor bits. And Johnstone are pinned in here. They can't get the rain off.
Aye.
That was a good save by Xander Clark, though.
It was a very good reaction save for the corner.
I sort of expected the game to be panning out like this, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it was wishful thinking when we said on the past tonight for a bit. When we said on the stream earlier that we hope St Johnstone can do something against Galatasaray. St Johnstone, this is a free hit for St Johnstone. It really is. They're not expected to do anything here. They're not going to come under any criticism for going out to Galatasaray. So, but it's a free hit into the Conference League, and I agree with Stefan. And it's a hard. Oh, go on.
Good.
As we say,
if they get little moments like what they're doing
now, breaking away, O'Halloran in a cross, and it's just dealt with quite simply by Galatasaray. Although it's played the best.
If they get little breakaways like that, then possibly. But it just depends. Like the longer they keep it 0-0, obviously that's the better. But it's how long they can try and frustrate Galatasaray, and like if Galatasaray have to change their game plan, then that's all good.
Tactics come in with a long throw into the box, mix up the area. Murray Davidson. Oh.
Shot on target.
Shot on target. Down Musler's throat, but shot on target.
Stefano De Luca says, "Will Messi join someone new or retire?" I don't think he's just going to stop.
No.
Nah.
No way. He might go back to. There's people saying that he might go to Argentina. I don't think he'll go to Argentina for another 3 or 4 years. See when he's really, really finished, and see when he hits maybe like 37, 38, he'll go back to Argentina and play in that league. So he'll get a game in that league at that age. I think he's still looking to win another couple of Champions League. He really wants to rubber stamp his Ballon d'Or. I think he'll get it with the Copa America win anyway. Now, I think he's almost a shoe-in to get it this year again. It would take him up to number 7, but I reckon that he'll want to go play at a good level in Europe again. Do you know where I'd love him to go? This would be a dream. Would be love him to go to Juventus for a dream to see him play with Ronaldo. That would be incredible for the two to play together.
That would be incredible.
Yeah.
I want him to go to PSG to link up with Ramos, if I'm being honest.
That's fair enough as well. A record injuries reported at PSG training for both Ramos practices for. Anyway, but I know that would be good as well to see Ramos. To be honest, Stefan, I take that point as well. It's just the fantasy that everybody thinks the people will dare to dream about Messi and Ronaldo again.
I hate dreams coming through. I hate all that fantasy stuff. I don't want to see that
because it'll end up becoming shit.
No, Juventus will turn into a tourist club if that happens. More of a tourist club than they maybe already. Well, they're a decent club to be fair, but they'll turn into a complete tourist club. You've got all the guys visiting for the weekend from here, there, and everywhere with the cameras out front row to see Messi and Ronaldo standing next to each other in the warm up.
They are a decent club, but they're run by Allegri, so it's it's hardly going to be surprising that eventually.
I mean, if Messi and Ronaldo were like together at Juventus, like if you can see what Real Madrid are just now, like proper touristy club, or Barcelona to some extent as well. then Juventus will just be totally in amongst that. Like, you kind of look at these leagues and you think, yeah, most of these clubs are just tourists because of like all their past histories and all that stuff. But if you look at like the German league, for example, you can tell it's a little bit more passionate than it is in Spain or even England to some extent. So,
well, let's see how many season books Barcelona drop next season.
Aye, that's a fair point.
We'll see how. No, listen. What I'm just saying. Let's see how many of these so-called Barcelona fans there are.
Aye. I was just going to say, Ramage touching on German football. Sky Sports pick up the rights for that for the next 4 years. That's mental.
What have they picked up the rights for?
The Bundesliga.
The Bundesliga, have they?
Aye.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Aye. First game of the season is Bayern versus Gladbach.
That was a cornerstone of BT, by the way.
I know.
That's a shame that BT's losing. Like, I'm still keeping BT for the English games and that, but that's a shame. Like, lost Scottish football,
Bundesliga,
League Cup, Scottish League Cup, Bundesliga. Well, I'm not complaining at that going to Sky. But, I mean,
they've lost it. Coppa Italia as well. That went to Premier.
And see, they'll eventually lose the Champions League.
They will. They'll lose it again. And Sky, do you know the one thing I missed in the Champions League? And if some of our viewers, I don't know what group we're in, might not remember this. Used to go on.
Was it when it was on Sky Sports and you had like 8 games every night, and you could basically like you had the red button if there was a goal that popped up, and it would go over to that game, and you'd basically get a minute and a half to watch it, and then it would go back to the game that you selected.
Yes. So watching us away from home in Europe in the Champions League, and the times I was talking about when Stefan, remember the Spartak Moscow penalty shootout year when we got in that dramatic time. Watching us in the Champions League away from home that year, and then you see Dinamo Zagreb have just scored against Galatasaray, red button straight away, like that kind of idea there, like So no, that's exactly what I'm going on about. And BT have done the goal show, so they basically do like a Sky Sports News, and they've got 4 guys that nobody's ever heard of. Some baldy writer for some newspaper, James somebody. The name escapes me. And then somebody else as well with other guys, and then one pundit who usually, unfortunately, seems to be Owen Hargreaves. They've got them sitting there, and they basically, when a goal goes in, they'll show you the goal, but it's like basically doing a pass the mic version of that, only with being able to see the goals.
We walked so BT could run.
I mean, like, I prefer BT's coverage to Sky, but like back in the day for the Champions League, it was always good when you got the goal updates.
I like BT's coverage. They covered the Bundesliga really well. They covered Scottish football exceptionally well. Yeah. What I find with BT is, if you're not willing to pay the money, then your coverage means nothing, because you're essentially losing that great coverage they had because they're being a bit cheap with the money, and it goes to a company that have the money but don't have the coverage. So
yeah, it was just the whole thing, like, Stephen Craigan taking the piss out of Chris Sutton. I mean, that's just what made it, isn't it?
That's it. It's just
so formal.
Well, that's the thing.
Boring.
Do you know who he looks like? Do you know who he looks a wee bit like, that manager, Goggsy? Ravi, do you think he looks a tiny bit like a bald Dan Petrescu? He's got the same face as him. He does that.
I get the feeling off him.
Sorry, anyway. No, but see the thing about BT's coverage, I think that the one that really sealed it for me, it was the last ever, the Julian Cup final, right? When they did the 45 minutes of the sort of carpool hang where they picked up McCoist, then they picked up Kenny Miller, they picked up Alan Thompson, and they picked up Ian Durant, and they did that way before the final. They were on for the breakfast in the morning. They basically covered it as if the way that Sky covered the golf, actually. They had wall-to-wall coverage. And I just think that BT Sports should have Scottish football, to be honest. And that's not me. Sky's good for Ian Crocker in commentary. Horrendous for Andy Walker in commentary. Faddy's decent, but he's kind of freelance anyway, so he could work for anyone. To never hear Chris Boyd talk about Scottish football again would be the best thing to happen to Scottish football on the TV front. So, and the list goes on.
See, Ian Crocker's all right. Obviously, he's been interviewed on Goggsy's channel, so we better be polite to him. But I mean, Ian Crocker's always been there, like since the days of Setanta Sports. Like, so he's always been there with Scottish football. But yeah, Sky's coverage it's just so boring. Like when they're analysing the match and stuff, it's just unwatchable, and you know, there's no banter to it like what BT had, and we'll never see that again.
I reckon, Ramage, if BT took over Scottish football, I reckon Ian Crocker would go.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
it would go, and I would be happy with that because Ian Crocker's name's been attached to so many great moments in Scottish football. I'll give you a motherable one, Goggsy Jukovic.
6-6.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go, Kane. That's a good going in. Take a foul, son.
Oh.
No, he's kind of dived there, Ramage, a bit, hasn't he? They get referees claiming to get the ball. I don't know what game he's watching, but
Stefano De Luca says, I'd love to see an SPFL multiplex type show. Well, maybe there's a market for that on YouTube.
Okay.
Maybe all us Scottish YouTube creators should get together and do something like that.
There. Just Mark, you look like you've just come for your part-time job. I have. I come in for work to watch the Celtic game, and I don't choose to wear a shirt on stream for them. I'm going to wait half time. I'm going to get into something more comfortable. But see, because it was that much of a quick turnover, I know. Don't take that the wrong way, please. No, but see, I know how it kind of obviously was such a quick turnaround. I had to buy my ticket for next Thursday for Jablonec at home.
It's Jablonec.
I'm getting better at pronouncing that as the night's going on, by the way, Gog.
That was a terrible pronunciation.
How do you say it then?
Jablonec.
Oh, is it Jablonec? Is it right? Whatever it is. That Czech team we're playing against next week.
You want to check again?
Aye, I know.
Oh, jeez. Checkmate.
So, I had to use my card. I had to use my card to pay for my ticket. I couldn't use my checkbook. Well, it's very terrible. No, I'm sorry, but I'm still for slating Goggsy last week for being sick. I'm still taking Hansy sick as the best. That was beautiful at the time.
For people that don't know, Goggsy was sick on a night out, and we've named him Spewy Griffin. Hansy sick. Ange Postacog Spew. Spewish Hamilton.
Right, we'll up to the comments. If anyone's got any sick-related puns that they want to stick in for Goggsy.
Timu Piki.
Then please feel free to fire yourself in, and we'll give you. And we won't give you it. I'll give you a round of applause if you get a good one.
Yeah.
Ange Postacog Spew was the best.
That one, Hansley Sick, was good that I come up with. Declan come up with a good one, which my name that escapes me. If he's watching, he might.
I'm sure.
Not. Eh?
Did Deck not come up with Hansi Sick?
No, I did. He come up with another German manager. If you look back, you said Hansi Sick gets the dub in your WhatsApp group chat.
So I did. I remember. What German manager did he say then? I'm trying to think.
That's so mad. That's why I want I hope Declan's somewhere here that can maybe. I'm actually firing back through in the chat now to try and find it, which is terrible because.
Was it Thomas Tuchel?
No, that someone else said that, wasn't it? It was. I think it was maybe. Goggsy puke from Amy Burnett. Sorry, I'm not accepting that one.
That's
What did they say?
Oh, what did Dex say? I'll find this. Leave it.
Goggsy puke puke. That's like the equivalent to Willy Bum Bum. That's the level of patter that is.
Who said Goggsy?
Oh, no. How have we not scored there?
Who said Goggsy puke?
Amy Burnett.
Get out, Goggsy. Get out.
Get out, Shan.
Right.
Oh dear.
Right, so I said Hansi sick there. You said I had Topper. I'm going through this now. Dex said something. Where is it? I'm getting there.
Wasn't it Addy Sputer or something, was it?
Ralph Ragsick.
That's it, Ralph Rangsick.
Declan said Ralph Ragsick.
Dearie me.
That was a great one. That was a good show, but Hansi Sick was good.
Wow.
And you agreed that Hansi Sick was the winner. Listen, I don't get many dubs, so I'm going to accept that one. Right, are we getting any more?
Oh, that's a good effort for the Saints.
Wow.
He gets Jimmy okay.
Why did they play that boy through there?
Do you know that we should have still did better, but they've still done better, no?
They've still done a lot better than I expected. I expected it to be 1-0 by this point.
I know, I just reckon the chance in general, they've got through the first objective, 0-0 by 30 minutes. So now they can, the first half hour, nothing each, nice and good, nice and compact. See if they can get to half-time 0-0. Listen, if they get 0-0 out of this game, which is very highly unlikely, it'll be a result a great result for Scottish football.
Oh, yeah.
How far ahead? This is a good one, because obviously someone mentioned in the Celtic stream, Stefan, that we're only 0.7 points on the coefficient table behind Russia.
Right.
So I would be interested to see how many points we are behind or indeed ahead of Turkey. I think we might be in front of them, but just Scotland in general.
I'm not sure. I need to check the UEFA calculator guy on Twitter because he does the coefficient stuff. By the way, if you haven't seen it, it's UEFA. It's quality.
What's that called? Actually, I'm going to go and follow that. I didn't know that.
UEFA calculator.
UEFA calculator, mate.
They do. He does real in-depth stuff about the coefficient. Tell you what, the amount of Scottish teams, the job that Celtic and Rangers have done over the last 3 seasons to get the Scottish coefficient up is nothing short of phenomenal. So, as much as I want St Johnstone to win here tonight, I know I said they'd get beat 4-0, which I still think they will, but it's good to see them sort of, giving their all for it.
Oh, that's a good interception there.
That is. Go on.
Okay.
As he's tried to do the right thing there, it was decent cover.
Still 0-0 between Galatasaray and St Johnstone. This is phenomenal. I mean,
does that not just feel surreal to say, Goggsy?
Yeah, it does. It does feel surreal. Like, I mean, when we played Panathinaikos in the Champions League, we kept it to 0-0 till I think they scored right in half time at home.
Oh, go on. Good control by Michael Halloran there, but again, it's like Galatasaray are like really good at like reading out the attacks that St Johnstone are trying to create. But like as I said earlier, it's just like little moments that St Johnstone could maybe do something, but
I know, mate. It's one of them where you say to yourself, like, you just hope that they can get one glimmer, a chance. See if they were to maybe upset, put the cat amongst the pigeons and get the first goal.
Yeah, it's like one of those where it's like it's not impossible, but it's an absolutely monumental task.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's like Galatasaray heavy favourites, but there's still that one. There's still that slight glimmer St Johnstone needs to take it back to McDermott, like either in front or level.
Ali McCann putting a boot in there.
Mm.
And late.
Yeah, Dundalk had 2-1 up at Vitesse.
Vitesse Salmon.
Yeah.
Oh.
After Vitesse being 1-0 up at half time.
Wow.
That's a coup right there.
That is a bit, innit? I was just thinking that myself. Decent. Decent there as well. Nice to see that our pals Rosenborg, Stefan are winning 5-1 in their game.
Who are they facing?
They're playing Domžale of Slovenia.
Of Slovenia. And this is another thing as well. You've got obviously Vitesse being obviously Ajax being so good for Dutch teams, because that would be a bad result for the Dutch coefficient, but Ajax are that good, and obviously PSV are being that good now that they can kind of get away with it. But it's the fact that our two Dutch teams have been that class that they could even get away with Dundalk were to beat them tonight.
Touching on Rosenborg, Mark, I'm going to say Rosenborg, and I want you to name the first player that comes to your mind when I say
Mr. We're going to call him Mr. Was it 87? Was it 87 minutes? 88 minutes? He scored on
89, I think.
Whatever it was, Mr. I can't say his name properly, but I know exactly what I called Mr. Tor something. Mr. whatever his name is.
It was Tor Reginiussen.
Tor Reginiussen, that's it. I knew his first name began with a T. There we go. That was, I've never actually seen Celtic Park being so, because we never played well that night at all, did we, Stefan? We weren't great.
Adam's big mate, Craig Gordon, made a good couple of howlers. So,
very intrigued to see the Craig Gordon howler compilation the other day. Started to give me PTSD, particularly the Aloha Kung Fu kick.
That was brilliant, but I enjoyed that kick.
But it's the fact that he decided to do it again and again and again. He used to come out needlessly so many times again.
Right, I seen him against Hearts earlier on from 2017, and he, I think it was what's his name? Oh, it's escaped me. Giancalves or whatever it is.
Ismail Goncalves.
I took the shot from like Gordon's near post, and he let it in. So Craig Gordon, not as good as people want to make out.
Not at all. Mate.
I hope Adam's listening to that and it gets him raging.
Oof, just wide of the post.
Declan.
Also, I've got a number one fan tonight.
Oh, brilliant. Jack03 says this game feels like a real life FM save.
Mark, don't be upset. There is no need to be upset.
Says Effie Ambrose.
There is no need to be upset.
Remember, that's to be one of the most enjoyable. I mean, he's turned off the camera because his sister's just come in from work and isn't aware that he's streaming. That's why the camera went off. So, and my dog decided to start barking again. I just caught him in time. I'm sure that gave you a headache the other day, Stefan.
No, I mean, I couldn't really hear it. Just when Dick was talking, I was like, hold on.
No, obviously, Carlos thought Declan must have been talking a lot of shit there.
Who's barking? You're always streaming, big boy.
Number one fan. I mean, get good people tonight. Superb.
Yeah.
Do we need to give the context again of Declan and I growing up for years, or for Ramage? We better let Ramage in. Declan and I grew up for years together. That's why Declan can't be here tonight, because he's ill. He got his vaccine and it's hurt him for 6. So he's no.
Honestly, who gets a vaccine and gets affected but what a little girl, honestly. Not like I went on a night out the night after it and then didn't feel well at all. But yeah, what a little effect. I'm not coming on. What a little girl. No offense to all the little girls out there.
Aye, this was debated the other day on the podcast. I predicted St Mirren to flop majorly, and see if I get egg in my face. I tried to be different. I tried to try something else.
No, you didn't. You just didn't do your research, mate.
I tried to do a bit of research, and I then went, fuck it, I need to pick somebody, and I took the wrong fucking fall guy. So I'm now going to get major egg in my face at the end of the season. To be fair, I did say on the podcast that they won't finish in the top 6. So if I get that right, then I'll get half glory.
Fair enough.
All the St Mirren fans out there just getting placards with Mark's face on it. We are the whole new line thing with
I'm going to get my own stand at Love Street for this.
6-1 Rosenborg now.
Love Street doesn't even exist anymore.
There's
It's now a Tesco.
There's a wee fight going on in the comments, by the way. There's a wee subplot. This is like the undercard.
What's happened? I don't read the comments.
Stefano De Luca against somebody else in the chat. Obviously upset. What do you do when the two teams you support play out for a draw? Stefan was drinking orange juice on a night out because of the vaccine. I don't know about this.
Right. He's just saying that to get back at me. What a liar. That is lies. Nothing wrong with drinking orange juice on a night out, right?
Especially when it's laced with vodka.
I like the use of blessed there.
Go on.
I never said blessed, I said laced.
I thought you said blessed. Blessed with vodka. You're fucking correct. Well, listen, 40 minutes in, we're at nothing each, by the way.
What's your McDonald's habit?
Is this me or Stefan?
I'm not even been down that route.
I don't know, but
I've got any McDonald's habits and I'm not fucking afraid to hear.
No, I'm not saying anything. Listen, Dick knows that this is a trust thing here. He knows. So that's all.
Johnstone, come on.
Phil.
It was a private moment that we shared, and he's trying to come in here to out it. No.
Listen, what happens at Domarn at McDonald's can stay there.
Exactly, mate.
It's good we've got someone in the comments, like obviously we're pal, engaging.
Mm-hmm. One more strike and it's exposed, he says.
Say that again, what did he say? I'm saying nothing, right? I'm sorry, big man. Sorry.
Daniel Leslie is is just surprised as everybody else sitting on stream, mate, that St Johnstone are survived.
41 minutes. 41 and a half minutes.
Yeah. The question is, guys, there's a question here, Goggsy. We want to take this one.
Yep.
Not that one. That is funny, but
The question is it okay to support more than one club from the same country? Who could possibly be in the same league at some point?
nope. Next.
Nope.
No.
Sorry, Stefano. Oh, I hate saying that, by the way. It's all right for me because I'm Dave Stefano Tots, but saying that name out loud feels weird, but no, that can't be a thing.
Aye. I think that this is one for people that you really need to check the hard drive. Definitely one for the watching.
Hoping Aberdeen can get a win for the second leg to be easier for the boys. Okay. Well, obvious. it's just not just simply not right. Thanks. We'll get a Daniel Leslie and hanging in as well. I must admit, by the way, a wee foot race on here for Kane against that. Oh, I thought he missed that there, Ramage. Did you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought the defender always had it covered.
I thought he had it covered, but I thought he overstepped there. Oh no! And as the good defending.
He's in ahead of me.
On by the way, going back.
Again, it was good enough pressure by St Johnstone on the attack, but again, like the defender had it covered. But I mean, I think he got lucky, but you know, it was like one little mistake could have sent Chris Kane through there.
I must say the 5-3, the 5-3-2 it's looking like here that I think is spot on for the St Johnstone manager here, because what's happening is basically everything that's getting cut across by Galatasaray, there's always a St Johnstone defender, and that's what having a back three or even take away the wing backs, even like having 3 centre backs in there. If one goes, you're always taught to cover round the other side of each. So if somebody covers another side, then you cover his other side, if that makes sense. So it's always a sort of covering act, and it's a really good and a great idea. Just having more bodies in the box defending, I think it's a very good tactical call by Callum Davidson.
All right, so Johnson just do not look worried at all at the back. I mean, their handling was coming at them very well, and then creating their own chances at the other end. I mean, they've had 2 on target and a couple others as well. But yeah, they've risen up to the challenge.
Mm-hmm. So far,
I didn't expect such a good defensive display in the first half.
If St Johnstone
test against Dundalk,
if St Johnstone come out of this with a 0-0 draw, see it full time, St Johnstone fans they'll be happy with that. They'll be more than happy with that. That'll be like a win.
Goggsy, they might exit the dark ages and give you a press pass if they win the night.
I know. Here's hoping. Also, Hibernian against Rijeka has just kicked off. I'll just quickly run through the starting 11 for both sides. You've got Messi in goal for HIBS, with McGinn, Poches, Hanlon, Stevenson, McGuinness, Newell, Doyle, Hayes, Murphy, Nisbet, and Boyle. And for Rijeka, Labrovic, Tomachak, Escoval, Galovic, Smolcic, Vukcevic, Pavicic, Liber, Ampim, Josip Durmic of former Norwich quality, and Abbas up front. Rijeka going with a 5-2-3 formation, which is a bit strange there.
Well, to be fair, Goggsy, if they're going to go about it the same way that St Johnstone are trying to go about their game,
probably just try and hit it.
I'm just getting a stream on and all. The He's goal's actually doing us a favour here. It's actually working no bad.
Oh, should that be a penalty to Galatasaray?
Hold on. I think I missed that trying to. Oh, you at the bit when he's in the box? No, the sort that he's in the box and he's getting a wee nudge in the back. No, it's never a penalty. Guy dived.
I've not seen it yet.
Also decided to try and dive as well. Or maybe just fell. Would you think, Ramage? Maybe just ran out of room and just went.
Nah, I don't think that was a penalty at all.
No, I don't think it's a penalty. Do you think he's dived or do you think he just ran out of room and kind of fell?
Oh,
yeah.
I was on a bit.
Sorry, I'm watching it on like 2 screens.
He tried to chest it and then he got pushed over by.
I don't think mate.
Are you on about the St Johnstone chance? Just
no,
there,
the Galatasaray one.
Aye, but Mark, there's been like 2. I'm watching it on 2 different screens because.
Oh, sorry, mate.
Yeah, just in case I missed something, you can see it back. So. That's just gone half time, by the way. So
yeah, so good. Well done, St Johnstone so far.
I hate the fact you're ahead of me, man. I feel so lost.
We can at least turn our attention to HIBS now. How's the He's goal stream?
I'll send the link in the description.
I've got it on my phone. Just say what minute are you at? Just so that
I'm at 4 minutes 4 seconds.
So am I. I'm right on the same.
Superb, man. Superb.
Superb hasn't been in the comments tonight. Don't think so anyway.
No.
Where's this link?
Hold on.
Joggers? Oh, sugar.
There you go.
Oh, what a goal that would have been for Hibs if they'd actually had a shot on goal.
My heart was in my mouth there.
No.
Sorry, mate.
Texas 2-2, but now down to 10 men. So this is interesting. This is when they played in 2001, they drew 2 each and the fans were changing the 2 dark blues. I'm assuming this is the Dundee and Falkirk argument still rummaging on here, just to use your name there. So I'll let you take this one, mate. I don't know the history books of Dens, but take it away.
I'm not too sure about Dundee and Falkirk in 2001 because, like, I would have probably only have been 2 years old back then, so I'm not too sure what has really happened between Dundee and Falkirk.
What minute are you in, Goggsy?
6:04.
The goalkeeper's suddenly lying down, getting his head patched up.
Oh, 5:46. Great. Love it. Hopefully Hibs can get through this tonight. I think it's obviously an easier tie than Galatasaray.
Yeah.
Aye.
How unfair is that for St Johnstone? But winning 2 domestic cups and then losing, end up facing Galatasaray, and Hibs get easier teams.
Well, they are in a.
No, it's just but I don't know. Honestly, I suppose Hibs finished. They earned it. How is this guy still on the deck?
He's on he's what I'm at 7:10 about, and he's still fucking just running up.
Right, so I've now got the starting 11s for Breidablik against Aberdeen. Against Iceland. Aye, that was very good, Goggsy. So Breidablik start with hold on to your hats, trips. We're going for some pronunciation here. Einarsson in goal, Gunnlaugsson, Muminovic, Margiersson, Ingvarsson, Einarsson, Sigurdarsson, Sigurd Johnson, Ejolfsson, Steindorsen, and Vilhjálmsson. And for Aberdeen, which is considerably easier, Joe Lewis in goal, Calvin Ramsey, Ross McCrory, Considine, Mackenzie, Ferguson, Brown, Ojo, the Jet, Ramirez, and Hayes in a 4-3-3 formation. Here's hoping that Aberdeen can do some business for Theofficialgog tonight as well.
Aberdeen should be the team that's expected to win tonight out of all three that are left, apart from obviously Celtic earlier. But obviously, with the three that are left to playing just now and just ready to start, you would imagine Aberdeen would be your team that you're hanging your hat on to get a result. Hibs, obviously, few good points were made earlier about Rijeka. Obviously, still a deep team with decent pedigree. But I think Hibs at home will be a lot of confidence after a good result away at Motherwell at the weekend as well, and a very, very entertaining game. So I'm hoping that they take a lot of confidence out of that, and they basically go on. Oh, here we go. Nah, good defending.
Can I just say how lovely that Rijeka kit looks like?
It does look really nice, doesn't it?
It's like a cross.
Check the chat, please.
I know. I did actually say at half time I would go, mate, that was me earlier in work when I'm getting 4 and 5 different people try to ask me to do 4 and 5 different things. I was like, that was me just standing there like. He actually weighs slightly less than me as well. Well, maybe. I try to simps. No, joke.
I like it, mate. You look dapper.
Thank you, mate. It's just all part of the job. Anyway,
On every stream wearing a white shirt.
petition. Listen, I was going to go up the stairs and dress up like Ange Postecoglou a bit.
Oh, it's alright. We've already got Ange Postecoglou in here.
I know, so I can just go. And...
Very good, very funny. Oh, we nearly shot that there. In the Slask versus Hapoel Beersheva game, there has been 11 minutes added on in the first half.
One of the teams, I don't know, some Turkish team scored the last minute goal against Dynamo Batumi of
Sivasspor then.
Sivasspor from Turkey, yeah.
Yeah.
They scored against some Georgian team last minute.
Yeah, Dinamo Batumi. Played against them in Football Manager once with my San Marino team and beat them 1-0. Still the greatest result of all time. Trabzonspor are drawing with Molde. That's quite a big game for this early on in the.
It is.
Has the draw for next round been made in this conference? Yeah. Who do Hibs and Aberdeen get?
I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Aberdeen will be playing, if they beat Breidablik, they'll be playing either AEL Limassol or Karabag, because remember we had a chat about that.
Of course, yeah.
Because Coby was bigging Aberdeen up, which he always does.
I did Karabag last season. They got knocked out by Coleraine on the road to, because it was the round before they played you, wasn't it? Yeah.
That was
so
quite funny.
That's winnable for Aberdeen, I think.
Was it not Maribor that Coleraine beat actually?
No, it was Karabag. Aberdeen played Maribor a few years ago,
No,
and
it was Linfield that beat Karabag, surely.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure.
It might have been Maribor. Oh, I can't mind. I know Aberdeen have played Maribor as well a couple of seasons back, and they scored that. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Andy Considine scored that own goal, like in the last minute when he just tried to pass it back to the keeper.
Oh my god! My coupons bust. Ghent are 2-0 down at home to RFS of Latvia. Ghent, who were 1-8 to win the game. Granted, we're only 28 minutes in, but fucking hell.
If you want to turn on your BBC iPlayer now, Stefan, if you're still keeping it on for St Johnstone, the Celtic highlight you're playing just now.
I've just seen that.
That goal to make it 2-1 was actually all right. It's shite defense.
The defending is useless.
Aye, but that's a good long ball though, and a good nice finish.
It's a bit ball over the top, but both centre backs are caught square. Square, and nobody picks up the run.
His composure was really good.
This was a very good follow up from Forrest.
So Hibs will face either Bohemian or PAOK if they get by Rijeka.
PAOK Thessalonica. Potential trip to Greece.
I hate when people call them PAOK. I'm not going to lie, that annoys me.
Oh, I know. The last time Hibs went to Greece, they played against Asteras Tripolis.
Yep.
And beat them.
Hey boys, I'm just going to jump to the old lavvy and then I'll be back.
Have a good time, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Beersheva, the guy says actually into 15 minutes of stoppage time.
Jesus.
16 now. And then Karabag are into 12 minutes.
Oh, Hibs nearly scored. Put it back in. Oh, it's a shitty cross. Apologies to any Hibs fans, but that's exactly what that was.
Aberdeen are pure piling on the pressure at Breidablik.
I'm going to try and get the Aberdeen game up on the computer while I've got the. You could type in. You can type PAOK as long as you don't say PAOK. It's PAOK Thessaloniki is actually what it's called. But I'll give you that, Graham, for just at least they are known as PAOK. I think Stefan means people that call them PAOK. It does piss you off actually because I don't know who. I've not heard that to be fair too much, but
yeah, PAOK Thessaloniki.
Mm-hmm.
Goggsy, would you go to another Falker game? Aye, if Motherwell played them soon, yeah, sure.
Yeah, you'd say why not? Right. Try and get on to the Aberdeen game now.
Not saying anything, but we've just had a flash score alert from somewhere, but I'm not going to.
No, I've just seen. I've not seen the flash. I'm watching the game, and Aberdeen have Goggsy. It's a goal for Aberdeen. 2 minutes in. It's in. Christian Ramirez. I'm watching it just now.
Yeah, I've got it on. Oh yeah.
Nice routine, by the way. On you go. Good corner. Good. Wee nice wee cut. Near post cut and a finish.
Excellent.
Go on. The perfect start for the Dons.
Coby will be doing it.
Beersheva have just lost a goal in the 16th minute in the 18th minute of stoppage time.
Really?
Yeah.
I get an extra time or something.
Mental.
Ramirez after 2 minutes. 3 minutes.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Whatever, 2.5 minutes, great. Great start, obviously, you must say.
Must be said. That's going to be about 3 or 4-0.
New Saints have scored against Pleasant Victoria.
Victoria Pilsen.
Yeah.
Where the famous Pilsener was once brewed.
Pilsner, baby. Working man's kettle.
Strasbourg 3, Mulder 2.
Ooh.
I agree. That's a big game for that stage of a Conference League, isn't it?
Aye.
Is this a thing now with there being 3 UEFA competitions? Our 4:45 kickoffs something we're going to need to get used to now for Scottish teams.
Oh, I hope not. Considering that was still the Europa League.
I know. You would think the Conference League would be the one getting shifted to the crap kickoff times. Well, the Czech Republic's a couple of hours in front of us, but that would still only be that would still only be quarter to seven their time, right? So it's not as if it's having that kick off at 8 o'clock at night, 6 o'clock our times would be detrimental.
I know. It's an awful hassle, especially for broadcasters.
Aye.
in a TV world, in a world where football is dictated by television, surely it makes sense to have it at a more respectable time. Like they have a rule for like the playoffs and group stages and further on that it's either like a 5 o'clock kickoff or 5:55 kickoff or an 8 o'clock kickoff, and then they make an exception for teams in Kazakhstan and Azerbaijan. But
which is fair enough because of the time difference.
Yeah,
but it's still a 5 o'clock kickoff for us, or maybe 4 at the earliest. Is what I've actually I've seen the earliest kickoff I've ever seen in Europe, and was it not Rangers not long ago kicked off at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, a European game.
Was that not against Goggsy?
Aye. It might have been, or it might have been. It might have been a team from further east than that. Or Galatasaray should have done better there. This is good. Keep my eye on 3 games at the one time. This is good.
It's good fun, eh?
That is actually good fun. He should do better with that head. He gets under at the Galatasaray boy there, but that boy Bowie, number 93, is a good player for them as well.
Aberdeen have taken the lead with Christian Ranieri. Woof. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Aye, mate, it was a good corner.
Not Ranieri, Ramirez.
Ranieri.
Ranieri, whoa.
Just got to quickly take a wee look at that goal. It's great. He's a good wee player for them by the looks of it.
Aye. Well, he'll get his goal against us, Stefan.
Oh, Scott Brown assist, mate. Scott Brown assist.
Aye, something like that, Stefano.
Aye, but that's the Europa League, Stefano, but for the Champions League group stages. But they give the Azerbaijani teams that, but in qualifying, the Azerbaijani teams get to kick off at fucking whatever time they want.
Aye, because there was a game that kicked off at 3 o'clock today.
Aye.
Declan Hughes won the league for Leicester a few years ago, now playing for Aberdeen. What a fall from grace.
Johnstone right on the edge of the area. Oh, a great press again. They're really doing well. They're letting Galatasaray play out to their fullbacks, and as soon as their fullbacks are taking their first touch, they're right on top of them. Good pressing there again from the Saints there. And it's a dirty
tackle though. Like, aye, definite yellow. Like,
yeah,
really went sliding in.
Done well. I like Ali McCann, a decent player.
Yeah, I will say this though. In recent times, Galatasaray have struggled in the qualifiers because they got put out last season by Rangers, and they also got put out over 2 legs against Östersunds of Sweden. 2 or 3 years ago.
It's like they're a big name, Galatasaray, but whether they've got, they're not like a kind of Ajax or PSG or whatever. They're just like a massive. They're a massive club, but they're. It's not guaranteed they'll get a Champions League.
Galatasaray only seem to be like a big name now.
Aye.
Jason Kerr has just absolutely fucking smashed Muslera there.
Aye.
Oh, he's killed him. But he's going to go for it, but he has to go for it. And
Muslera killed him. All right, JR. Oh, I hope people get that reference.
Good God Almighty. Turn into a slumber knocker, Stefan.
I know, mate. I expected Galatasaray to take St Johnstone to the woodshed, as he would say.
They're going to the ranch.
Good save, by the way, from the Breidablik keeper. The very, very Hibs looking kit they've got on, by the way.
Yeah.
Ramirez is through again there. Another corner for Aberdeen. Can they repeat with another lovely set piece? The hands are up again from the taker, so there must be something planned.
Oh, that's stinking.
Aberdeen.
Did Ranieri score? Ramirez score?
My stream's just decided to die.
Shane?
Oh, it's all right now. Was that Lewis Ferguson?
Aberdeen are 2-0 up.
Lewis Ferguson it was.
Aye, Lewis Ferguson, 11 minutes.
Great header, by the way.
That's a stinking challenge on the Galatasaray keeper there, by the way.
He's. I like how Kerr started rolling about. Do you know that? As well as if
playing for
he's really playing up to these European referees. That's how to get away with it. Start rolling about.
Rightly so. That should be a booking. There was no intent to play the ball there, man. That's criminal.
That's not cool.
I just went in to do the keeper. On first view, I thought he was entitled to go for the ball, but seeing a third replay of it, I'm thinking to myself, that's the keeper's ball, isn't it?
Even though I think he's got leeway because he's a St Johnstone captain. See if that's Christine doing that. I think that's a red, mate. Honestly, I think that there's no.
I'll go yell at Mace, but even then, I think it's one of them where the referee will say, look, because the keeper's coming out, flying out, blah, blah, blah. I think a free kick's the right decision there. Albeit it's a strong challenge. As number 6, is other two around number 66. The weird, that's an Alain Galatasaray, the weirdest numbers in the world sometimes.
There's another guy for Galatasaray wearing number 93.
93, number 90, number 66.
Did Victor Bayer of Porto not wear the number 99, the goalkeeper?
I'm sure it does. But remember, Gianluigi Donnarumma does that because he's the same age as myself and Goggsy.
Aye.
And
makes him make me feel old, Mark.
And because he likes flakes, that's why as well.
I don't know what age you are, Ramage, so I'll
he's our age as well, mate.
Is he? Yeah. 22. I'll let you go then.
Stefan's just going to be in a care home when he's older.
So if I reach that age, mate, that's if I reach it.
Well, then again, the life expectancy rate in the Glasgow area is not that high, is it?
It's higher than 1950s Fife, mate, in fairness.
Aye, very true.
So Stefan and I are on
8-minute drive away.
No, I know.
Do you know, that's weird, Mark. Honestly, like we live so close. Mental, small world, mate. Small world.
I know. You and I in the Glasgow area, the Glasgow and South Lanarkshire. Even the Goggsy. Well, Goggsy's in Fife, but his club's in South Lanarkshire. I was about to count that, but
North Lanarkshire, mate.
No, North Lanarkshire.
We're not Ackies.
Aye.
Although
you're not. No, actually, you only really chose to hate Ackies because Airdrie became shite.
Yeah, that's it.
No, that's why they bet them.
Fuck off.
I must say, but that's the two goal of the season contenders in that game, by the way. Oh, here's a Breidablik or a wee chance for them. Here's Scott Brown.
Oh, Bruni
boy.
Oh.
St. John. By the way, St. Johnstone are playing a lot. Are doing a lot better than anybody thought. Galatasaray are becoming a wee bit more wary of them.
Nah, still see Galatasaray getting a win.
But Stefan, they're coming a wee bit more wary of them, mate, like that.
That's it.
Hold on. Kane is still there. Penalty. Muslera needs to go. He must walk. He's off. Muslera's off. What?
No.
It's a St. Johnstone.
It's a penalty to St. Johnstone. What? Whoa.
That defender just totally...
It's a short back pass. And the goalkeeper... Yeah. It's a short back pass here from the centre. It looks like this one set by maybe one of the midfielders. And Muslera tries to use his knees to get past Kane. Makes a complete arse of it. And Kane, it hits off Kane's upper body. Kane, and he goes
keeper
past
just totally puts his hands all around him. Kane's just going...
off.
It's a definite penalty, though. Total clear penalty. Total clear red card as well.
Now they need to score it. Oh,
That's the right 10 men. No Muslera for the second leg. St Johnstone could go 1-0 up here and park the bus. That's what you're looking for.
just away goals to be out the window. Boys, I've not even seen this yet. I think these are winding me up.
It's a goal for Breidablik.
Breidablik have scored.
Oh, that's a stinking pass back. Oh.
But what's the goalie doing? I don't want to quote Paul Miller, but what's the goalie doing? That's like something I carry on film.
Someone quote the Benny Hill music, please. Scottish football is still undefeated.
What is Muslera doing there, by the way? All right, going with the knees. He's won the ball, but dragging him down, there's no need for that.
Why does he go down on his knees? He can just boot it.
I mean, he won the ball, fair dues, but
he won the ball but made the total ass after it.
I don't know his name is anyway. Care on the penalty. So Johnstone captain, the referees try to sort out the order.
Up against Berk.
Up against Berserk.
Berserker.
No, Berk. His name's Berk. I just called him Berserk.
Right.
Yeah, make yourself a hero, son. Get yourself in front. St Johnstone's European adventure could be really ready to kick into third and fourth gear here. Big moment.
Jesus.
The referee's really making his weight here. He's having a word with the keeper to tell him to stay in his line. It's Kerr versus Berk.
Goal.
We're in the back of the net. Right,
what a penalty
that is. St Johnstone are off to St Johnstone are on a winner here.
To be fair, they actually deserve it.
I must be St Johnstone's good luck charm, because that's watched them in the penalty shootout against Rangers and now watching them in Europe. Phenomenal.
That is a fabulous penalty. There's no keeper in the world saving that, by the way.
As St Johnstone have taken the lead at Galatasaray. Never thought I'd say that in my broadcasting puff.
Is the ball on the spot fully there? It doesn't look like it's fully on the spot.
Oh, who cares, mate? Yuri Geller moved the ball.
Oh, he's brought it back. Fair down. That's mental, man. That is mental.
Absolutely superb.
Still 0-0 at Easter Road. Doesn't look like there's too much now. Any Hibs fans that want to correct me, I was too busy watching the St Johnstone, understandably watching St Johnstone there.
That's a great penalty.
What a penalty. I can't wait to see the newspaper headlines tomorrow if this continues.
But then their main keeper will be suspended for the second leg.
And their captain. As he's a captain. I know.
Aye, that's huge.
10 men as well, by the way. St Johnstone could twist here and go for a second. And here they come.
Oh,
there could be another. No, here. Oh.
Another sender off.
No, but Brammy, that looks a wee bit more convincing. It could be. I want to see that again.
Yeah, hopefully it goes to a replay. But I think what's really impressive is the way St Johnstone are just intercepting like Galatasaray in the midfield. Like, oh, he made a mistake there in defense.
Yeah.
Oh,
one each.
Just when I said that, it was.
Oh, is it one each now?
Aye.
Fuck.
Just when I said talking about interceptions, the defender just had a golden opportunity to do that, and he just totally.
Listen, I mean, you always expected Galatasaray would come back, but that's mental.
St Johnstone had their minute and a half of glory.
Well, they're still not out of it, though.
No, I know that, but they had their minute and a half in front.
They'll this stays 1-1, they go to Perth next week and get say no way goal, and it doesn't work in their favour, they'd be raging because there's obviously no away goals now.
Some goal, by the way, from boy there. Some goal.
Aye.
Because it's not what you want. You want yourself to be. Staying in. Hold on. My 2 seconds. I've got a phone call coming in. I'll mute myself.
Unlucky for the goal. It was a good goal by Boy, but deflection, a little bit unfortunate.
Defender should have done better to clear it though, because he just basically invited Bowie onto it.
Yeah.
So there we have it. So far in Europe, Galatasaray 1, St Johnstone 1, Hibernian 0, HNK Rijeka 0, Breidablik 1, Aberdeen 2.
That's unlucky. St Johnstone should defend that better, but that's unlucky. Is that unlucky? Right.
Apologies all. But wow.
Is that your bird, Marky boy?
No, it's actually what
Which one?
It's to be exactly after that club 100. After that club 100, I should have made numbers in the lottery. No, it was actually one of our pals asking he get relocated like you did, Stefan.
Right.
So he was just wondering when does he think he'll get it. So I think he's now came to terms with the fact when I told him Monday because you told me. So
it's Monday.
He was just wondering.
I'm raging at that, by the way, because I pay my season ticket money like everyone else, and the fact, okay, UEFA take the seat, that's fine, I accept that. But Celtic should then be allocating me a seat to pay for. It shouldn't be on me to then go and look on it on Monday.
Nah.
Molde have equalised against Trabzonspor.
Good. What mold did I go through?
Aye, that's good for the coefficient. Oh, come on. Come on, St Johnstone, just up your game.
Surprised a lot of us here, but I think they've probably surprised a lot of the Turks.
Oh, the Turks definitely expected to be pumping them.
Declan makes a good point. Boy, who was meant to be, well, it was like to be us. Remember, Stefan?
Yeah. Could have been Boy, but we've got Greg Taylor and Anthony Ralston. Champions elect.
Hopefully the Buta deal gets itself a wee bit.
Yes,
I know. But you're right, see, ideally, Taylor and Ralston aren't even cover, Stefan. They aren't.
They aren't.
But you've got ball and goalie cover left, but I don't know what he's done wrong.
Well, this season I've done nothing wrong ahead of Greg Taylor, but obviously we know why he might not be favoured.
But you would think it's a clean slate now, the new manager, and we all made, some of the catastrophic errors that happened. Declan said that the other day, some of the catastrophic errors that actually happened last season. Really pale bollies. I know it was poor behaviour on the part for going away to Spain. It shouldn't have been, but it pale into insignificance with the other things that happened. All right, lads, how's it going? Seeing someone saying Buta is waiting to see if Celtic are in Celtics in Europe, and then the laughing face. I don't know if that's to refer to the fact that maybe somebody sees us getting battered out twice, but or if he's genuinely waiting that. Well, I think we're at least going to go into the Thingy League, the Conference League. Listen,
no, I fancy Celtic against Alkmaar if they can get through next week.
Alkmaar will be decent, Stefan. They will be better than that. So we need to tighten up.
They won't be great, but I think they're still beatable though.
Anybody should be beatable at Celtic Park anyway at this level. So it's just what you do on the road, which has always been the case for us anyway, hasn't it? Come on, St Johnstone, you're playing against 10 men. Now, I know you're playing against 10 very good men, but or decent men, but come on.
Did Brendan Rodgers not point out that it's easier to play? It's easier when you have 10 men to play than it is for the 11 facing the 10. I'm sure Brendan Rodgers said
Brendan Rodgers did that. Remember, it was. Do you remember the week before we beat Rangers 3-2 at Ibrox? He trained with 10 men in case somebody gets sent off.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that is easy. It should be easier to just sit in with 10 men. Attacking, you can just. It depends where you leave your gap. You want to leave your gap as one of your wingers because your wingers are the least harmful place that you can harm the team because obviously if you leave a gap at the back, you're going to get exploited. If you leave a gap as a winger, well, it's only going to be a part of a press and you can leave one of their fullbacks on the ball. Yeah. So I get coming from with that.
On you go. Oh, bit too overrun there.
Shouldn't even O'Halloran's pace.
I like Galatasaray Stadium though, not gonna lie.
It looks quality.
It's nice. It used to be an old quiz question. See, before some of the stadiums, some of the cities kind of got bigger stadiums. There was an old question. It's outdated now. About 7 or 8, maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, and it used to be what were the only 3 European cities to have 3 stadiums with over 50,000 seater stadiums in it. Glasgow was one. Understandably, London was second.
Yeah.
One, and then Istanbul was the other one.
Yeah.
With Fenerbahce. Oh, this goalkeeper's not any better, by the way. Sports to the line.
So that would be Besiktas, Fenerbahce, and Galatasaray.
Yeah, but now Istanbul Başakşehir as well now because they've got that new super 80,000. Anyway, that would still be the same. But now you've got other teams up in their game. But if you think about it, most major cities have got their 2 big teams. Madrid's got 2, Real and Atletico, but they don't have a third that's got a bigger stadium than 50. Yeah. I think there's another couple now that are there.
There's the dog barking.
Hello, there he is.
Mine was doing that earlier.
So so was that? So how many cities was it with?
The outdated question was 3. That used to be the outdated question, but now I need to research it again. It was European cities, they said, because people are going to hit me with, America's got a baseball and an MLB and MLS stadium in it.
I've got a question for you. There's only 2 stadiums in the world that end with the letter X. Can you name them?
Molineux and Ibrox.
The Amex.
Oh, the Amex. Well, I don't know if that would count because it stands for...
And Molineux.
It used to be Molineux and Ibrox, but now with the Amex Stadium, I think there's another one in England.
I actually never even thought about Ibrox there.
Yeah, I know. No, nobody does. Most people don't.
Molineux is the one that stands out because it's the way it's pronounced, because it's silent. Everybody always remembers that one. I'll give you another one that might be, again, I don't think this one is outdated. There are 3 football stadiums in the world that have got chapels in them. This is what it used to be. 3 football stadiums in the world that have got chapels in them. They're built in with the glass stained windows. Name them.
Surely the Stadio Olimpico.
Nope.
No.
And Stefan and I have. Well, did you go to Rome, Stefan?
Aye.
We've both been there. You told me that the other night. We've both been there. So Declan's right with Barca. I think we've done this. Might have done. Barca have done.
What about Boca Juniors?
I was about to say
La Bombonera, which in Spain means the sweetie box or the chocolate. In Spanish means the sweetie box or the chocolate box. Just a bit of cultural reference there. That's what a bombonera is. Basically, is not one either, unless they've built one. But this question was valid. The last time I checked, this was about 3 years ago, but I doubt during COVID the MDs really prioritised building churches in their stadiums.
So Barca, I'm just trying to think.
Barca's one.
I knew they would be one.
Nobody will get the last one. Nobody will get the last one. Think closer to home for one of them. Any of you want to think closer home?
Celtic
Closer
Park.
to home for the last two, actually.
Celtic Park. No.
Celtic's got one. The stained window. They used to use it in the old Celtic Park. And then there's one more, and I used to never believe this. I get asked this in a pub quiz, and I could not believe it.
Closer to home, you say?
Yeah, but not as close as Celtic, further away. I tell you, it's still in the UK. It's in the UK. It's in England. There you go. That's how difficult it's going to be. Perfect, Stefan. Superb. Everton.
Well done.
I'm going to say Liverpool, but no, it's Everton.
Everton.
Declan's
Why not?
Declan's using Google.
It's either that or I've told them the question, because I asked that question a lot. To be fair, he would have said Celtic first if I'd told them.
I was going to say Celtic, but then I thought that's too obvious.
It's not, I know.
Imagine not knowing your own club inside out, Stefan.
If anybody in the comments fancies any, we'll call it teasers for us, then please pass them on. Especially when
I've done the Celtic Park tour. There has never been a mention of there being a chapel.
but you know that the glass stains there.
I
They
knew
used
that, but I didn't.
They used to use it in the past, remember? It's still there, but it still exists.
Wait, the glass stained window, was that not outside the entrance to Celtic Park?
No, it is in there. It is inside the sort. Remember old Celtic Park? It used to be when you went in to the entrance. Obviously, when the new bit that was been done up now is different. It was used in the olden days stadium, so technically it still counts as being there. Whether it's used or not, it's another story. That was the key to the question, and this is where I get caught out as well. When I get asked it doesn't need to be used. It's there.
Right. Okay. No. Fair enough.
I get asked that, and I didn't believe it either, mate. And then it took me a wee select Twitter's soul searching to find it as well a while ago. Honestly, I was bemused as well, Stefan. I did guess us as well because I'd heard it before, but I was bemused when I actually had believed it.
Cheers to Daniel Wesley for giving us a wee update there.
Oh, so close to a third, but it remains 2-1. Declan, who was the last club outside the top flight in the SPL to get to a domestic cup final? Cup semi-final. Because I was going to say cup final would be Dunfermline.
Was it domestic final?
Daniel.
Morton played Aberdeen.
Oh, right.
Well, we've got a Galatasaray fan on here, by the way.
Oh,
I've got a good teaser for you, by the way. There's only one club in Europe that doesn't have any letter in its name from the word football itself. Can you guess who that club is?
But hold on a second, Declan. Is Morton correct?
To get the domestic.
Is it Rill?
Is it what?
Rill.
No,
wait, because that's an L.
One club. Is it? There's a Spanish team called Jerez. It's spelled in English. It's spelled with the X, but it's in Spanish. It's spelled Jerez. That doesn't have any letters in football in it. Jerez.
Oh, well. Again, it's an outdated question, but
no, listen, no, but listen.
I'll tell you the answer to it. It was Dundee.
Oh, so it is.
Yeah. I have to go then. It depends if Jerez, when they were in the league, would take. But if you
again, it was outdated, but again about 5 years ago. But yeah, that was the answer apparently. So I'll take that status.
Morton is wrong, Declan says. I'm going to have a think about this.
Deadly Salvation says,
domestic. Are we, Declan? Are we counting the? I take it it's only the Scottish and the League Cup. We're not counting the Ramsden's Cup or whatever it is now.
So what was the question?
The last team outside of the top flight just now, right? So they don't mean the club are outside the top flight now, but the time they weren't in the top flight. So in a season this club weren't in the top flight, and who was the last to reach it? Would that be Hearts? Would that be Hibs and Hearts then? One of they two.
It would be Hibs because they beat Rangers in 2016.
Aye. League Cup or Scottish Cup. Well, would it be Hibs then?
It's Armenia. We've got a guy from Armenia, and
oh, very nice.
Very nice.
Well, we've got a Turkish guy as well. We've got a Turkish guy and an Armenian guy. Yeah. Armenian Henrik Mkhitaryan, that's as much about Armenia as I know. But no,
who did Inverness? Did Inverness not beat Falkirk or in the Scottish Cup?
Inverness was 2 years ago. Because we played Rangers on the Sunday.
No, I mean it was Falkirk in 2015, was it not?
I went to the Inverness game. Inverness were playing. Inverness not played. Inverness played Hearts. It was the Edwards year, Stefan. Inverness played Hearts because my pal's cousin Joe Chalmers, who played with Motherwell, as I told you that, Goggsy. Joe was playing with Inverness that day, so I went to watch Joe that day.
He was stinking for us.
Inverness, because it was the Edward year, but it was Hearts, but it took his ages. All right. It's easy to say when you know the answer to a question.
The Kardashians are Armenian. Well, I'm not surprised with a name like Kardashian.
I like that profile picture, the Celtic, the little mural from that event.
Callum Hendry's coming on for Michael O'Halloran.
I'm Hank Marvin, man. I'm absolutely starving.
My Aberdeen stream has come into an all-time crash. I'm actually really focusing on the St Johnstone game now because
I'm focusing on that as well.
I sniff a maybe wee set piece chance here. Come on. Richard Foster's just said in commentary, a corner where St Johnstone have piled themselves in the goalkeeper. I'm putting money in a Galatasaray free kick here. I don't see any contact. In fact, there's contact on Stevie May. And the referees just blew. I hate that when referees do that. They just blow randomly. Honestly. Hearts were last year when they were in the championship.
But here's a question for you: who was the first non-top flight team to win the Scottish Cup?
East Fife. Oh no, Queen's Park. Was it? Oh no, was
East
it
Fife?
East Fife, yeah.
Check my question, Goggsy.
What was your question, Joseph?
Question: which stadium was the first stadium in the world purposely built for football in mind?
Hampden,
yeah. Surely.
Yeah. Or Wembley.
Nah, surely Hampden.
Scotland was the birthplace of football. Has to be Hampden.
I love exactly, Stefan. I love that from you because anybody that picks up a half decent history book knows that football was actually born in Scotland and not in England.
Yeah, exactly.
They say it's shared between Scotland and England. No, it isn't.
Correct.
Daniel Leslie, well, it can't be Aberdeen or Celtic because what? What's happening? Am I getting lost in the comments?
They've never been in the championship.
No, that quite Declan's question, the one that said it was Hearts. That's a joke. It can't be Aberdeen or Celtic because they've never been in the champ. Very good for us. Saying that, Aberdeen always bottle against us at Hampden anyway. Says Martin. Says Martin Stefan, the two Celtic fans talking about bad.
Aberdeen have always been in the top flight, though. I'm pretty sure they got promoted in the early 1900s and then they just stayed there.
Correct answer, Goggsy and Stefan, is Hampden. Must be then.
I said it first. I'm taking the dub.
On you go then. You have that.
Will I be doing PTM on Saturday? No, because there'll be 3 o'clock kickoff.
Brutal that, eh?
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh my. It's a yellow card. No, and also I'm going to a 21st birthday party, so Saturday's out the window. But Sunday there will be, if I cannot get into the St Johnstone Motherwell game because they're not going to give me a press pass, then yeah, definitely there will be a pass to make covering the 4 games. We'll see who can make it.
Well, I've got a ticket for Celtic Park on Sunday.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine.
Are you all right? Get it? Don't rub it in, mate.
Have you not? How have you not? How have you not got one?
I never get balloted.
It's just weird. It's honestly, it's all these. It's folk that I will say that. Oh, did you go to Michelin?
Yes.
Well, that's why then. It's Declan's day.
Restrictions ended Monday. What's wrong with ending it a day early? You know, just.
I know. I agree. Because they're going from 24,000 to 60,000. You might as well just go now.
I know. Mental.
I suppose. Anyway.
And it brings in more money to the government.
Exactly. But the government don't like football. Remember that, Goggsy? If this was Murrayfield and Scotland were playing it at the weekend, it would be packed. 67,000 people would be inside.
Yeah.
I mean, there's this whole thing about like you have to apply to the councils and all that. It's ridiculous.
But I mean, Celtic and Rangers have put one big application in today to basically turn around and say, can we just get full capacity now? And basically they've been turned around and said, aye. So that's the end of that process, I think.
Scottish councils need to realise that clubs rely on gates. They rely on tickets and gates. If they don't get to open up to full capacity, clubs are really going to struggle unless the government are going to pay the sort of money that's left over from not getting the gate receipts. So it's time the government just stepped up and gave everyone full capacity now.
Oh, good defenders. And St Johnstone are basically...
I feel bad for St Johnstone because it's 1-1 and this should be like an away goal going back to Persia, you know.
I really wish it was away goals.
I know, Stefan, because we could have 4 tonight, and when Jabalon, when this team come to Celtic Park and inevitably win 2-0 next week, then we would still go through.
Breidablik have equalised against Aberdeen.
Oh dear.
Aberdeen bottles crashed again.
Again and again and again.
That's the Northern Lights turned off again.
Well, they've been off since 1985.
It was a penalty.
Same for Aberdeen.
How are Hibs looking? Is that still 0-0?
Still 0-0. It's half time.
Yeah, half time now, mate.
Oh, well, St Johnstone and Celtic leading the way in Europe this week for Scottish teams. Just saying. Saying that, Galatasaray are going to score here, aren't they?
I think so, mate. Up in one St Johnstone, but keep going.
How mental would it be if St Johnstone won in Perth next week, man? Honestly, it'd be beautiful.
I'm actually going to see if I can get a ticket for it.
How long would it take you to get from Fife to Perth?
Well,
About 20 minutes in the car. So
Not bad.
Because obviously it's obviously back to full capacity, and St Johnstone don't have the capacity to set. We've seen that the whole of Perth will probably come out for this game because it's St Johnstone in Europe. You'll get all of your citizens will go and whatever that are all there. Even maybe people like yourself interested in all Goggsy that are maybe close enough. Oh, here they go.
but what you'll still get like the passionate fans, like St Johnstone fans, and you'll get people like Goggsy or myself or whoever who like other teams like outside the Old Firm. But what I don't like is seeing like younger people just going to the game because it's a big European name in Galatasaray. That's just so annoying.
He did.
Don't get me wrong. I'm going.
He did very well. The goalie's nearly hit that right at Stevie May there, hadn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He actually clips it slightly.
Like, I would fully be going on next Thursday to support St Johnstone. Like, be be absolutely huge. Domenico Tessaro, I'm pretty sure he's Italian, says he has Hibernian over 2.5. Nah, this was always going to be a tighter game.
I thought that. I thought Hibs were playing well. I thought it would be. Oh, it should have been 2-1 to Gareth. What a block! Wow, what a block that is, by the way. On the basically right in front of Xander Clark from. Can't see who. Did you see who that was there, Ramis? It's quite hard to see.
No, I didn't see who it was. It might have been Kerr or McCart or somebody, but
I don't think it was McCart. It's the only one I don't think it was.
See when St Johnstone took the lead,
Uh-huh.
I was just thinking they're going to end up having a picture.
it was McCart, yeah.
It was McCart. Fair enough. So,
I was thinking they were going to end up having like a photo right in the front of one of the stands, like what Wraith Rovers have in their stand of when they took the lead in Bayern.
Oh yeah,
in the 90s.
Can I? We've got a Karabag fan in the comments.
Yeah,
now.
wow. Zayam Verzaliyev, Karabag FK. Well,
Ocha, boy, what a save!
If Karabag win next week against Limassol, then oh my god, I thought that was a handball.
Good save.
How many Scottish teams realistically will qualify for European football? Probably 2 at most.
I'll say 3.
Johnstone are committing a coaching cardinal sin here, by the way, making 2 changes at a corner. Sorry, how many Scottish teams realistically? I think Celtic and Rangers will definitely qualify.
Yeah.
That should be a given for at least one of the competitions.
Uh-huh.
I think St Johnstone will go out to Galatasaray. I'm sorry if it could be the biggest night in Perth ever, but I think they will get put out. And then they've got a hard tie probably against Last Glints. So I don't think it's going to be St Johnstone's year this year.
No.
I reckon Hibs are going to get through this Rijeka tie. I do. But it depends how they get on in the next round. It sounds like a really horrid prediction to make, but I just don't feel as if any of the Scottish teams are going to go there.
I'm going to say Hibs. I think Hibs will go through.
I think Hibs will go through. Even, but who is? I can't remember who they've got next. That's why I'm saying usually the last.
Bohemian or Pauk.
Bohemians or who?
Pauk.
Or Pauk. We'll see. Pauk are a really good side as well. They're a decent side. And then you've got Aberdeen. Well, Aberdeen are showing defensive frailties tonight against an Iceland against Breidablik. But I did say earlier in the Celtic stream, I said that these other teams, Icelandic and Norwegian teams and Swedish teams like Rangers witnessed the other night, are all obviously playing in their season just now. So they're going to be that wee bit yard sharper than everybody else, just kind of starting off. So that's always the thing that's caught us out, Stefan. We've always had hard games against Scandinavian teams in the qualifying rounds.
No, that's true. You're spot on.
Yeah. Bohemians
beat Pauk 2-1.
Oh, hello.
Pauk be on a fall from grace then. Thanks, Declan, for taking time out his day to correct me.
Mark's going off this stream tonight to phone Declan to absolutely rant into him about how much he's annoyed him.
So they nearly gave away your McDonald's secret. I think you might be first.
No, he's not doing that.
I said he nearly did.
Aye. Trust in our relationship. He's not going to do that.
Deck never sleeps, always does his research. Bohemian's captain is a painter and decorator. They can't be that good of a team, says Declan.
Saying that Lincoln Red Imps beat us with plumbers and painter and a leg of football. So plumbers, painters, policemen. One of the guys had that was a story for that game, by the way. And this is true. Well done, Xander Clark. This is true, by the way. That a Polish guy could only get a game for us. I get Lincoln Red Imps against us. The guy Roy Cipollina, I'm sure the guy's name. I always remember that name. He got a shift swap. He had to get somebody to cover his shift so he could play against us.
Oh, right.
Are Dundee fans allowed into Parkhead on Sunday? Nope.
No. What's also disappointing is Celtic aren't offering a pay-per-view.
They never do, mate.
Oh, right.
So even when Dundee fans can watch the game, they're still getting a restricted view.
So basically, what we'll do is see what we'll do for your Ramage. We'll put a picture of the game, but we'll just put we'll just superimpose an image of the pillar in front of you, just so that you can be like watching it.
Well, I can't watch a game because I'm working anyway. So,
but that's another thing. Stefan and I will probably agree that we actually felt fortunate that Celtic gave us a season ticket to watch the games on last year when nobody could get into the game.
Aye, I did not expect that for Celtic.
That was poor. That goalkeeper's very rusty. He's very shaky, that keeper, by the way. He's not. That's not a good goalkeeper playing for Galatasaray there at all.
Wee Berka.
Rami will be on his goals on Sunday. There we go, John Mitchell. That's as he saying, still game. That's a message for Bobo Mitchell. There's John. Again is the illegal stream CSC again. Fair enough. Nah, good stuff. You'll be probably spot on, John. Although your his goal stream for Celtic TV will probably crash about 10 times in the first half. We speak from experience.
Does Celtic not, when people put up streams of the game, does Celtic not go after them and get them taken down?
Yeah, do you know the reason why that is? Because the stream on his goals usually ahead of the season ticket.
It is. It actually is.
Did you see Man City have signed Jack Grealish? Yeah, but
only everywhere
all day. Jack Grealish might be a bit annoyed that Messi left Barcelona. He's took the dairy off him a wee bit. Stole the glory.
Seen Aston Villa fans are raging at that. People are burning their tops with Grealish on the back of it. What a bunch of,
That lad,
he's like a Villa fan as well. He's given everything to that club.
Everything to that club. They've given everything to that club, and they're basically burning them at the stake like a witch. It's an absolute disgrace from a team that are supposed to be an example club in England, and they're basically behaving like a tin pot club full of absolute babbling babies. That's what they are.
Like even then, it's provided some good. Remember when Villa were playing Birmingham in the Championship in the local derby, and the Brummie fan ran on the pitch and punched him, and then later on in the second half, he scored the winning goal. It's moments like that you think.
He's
responsible for good moments like that. And then,
he ultimately owes them nothing. He's done so much for them. If anything, they should be telling him to go for his move and how great a move it is. Just lose him mentality.
It's the fact that it's not even a financial thing. Like, he's going to a bigger club or a better, more successful club. And I mean,
but again, he's a lifelong Villa fan.
Aston Villa were willing to pay more than what he's going to be earning at Man City to keep him at the club because he's that detrimental.
So 20 seconds more to play there.
I know he stopped to play 20 seconds. Yeah. Galatasaray players weren't very happy with that. But listen, St Johnstone are delighted. They see their players around, they're delighted with that score. So, if you said 1 each before kickoff, you'd have probably been accused of being on drugs.
I said 4 now, so I'm glad I was so right.
Inverness, here we go from a good point from Stefano De Luca here. Inverness have given them 150 tickets for Saturday, and he's been lucky to get one. First and foremost, it's great to hear that you're getting back to a game of football. Second of all, where does the application to get away fans in come from? I've seen the Premier League, obviously, the SPFL gave HIBS fans at Motherwell, but where does the application for us to get tickets for Tynecastle or Rangers to get tickets for McDermott Park at the weekend. Where does that come from? Who's deciding this?
It could be the local councils, mate.
All right, okay, so but it's just a weird one because there's never been any Tannadice. Sorry, apologies. Sorry, there's never. I've got because I'm watching St Johnstone. I've just everything's in my head about them. But see the next thing about that then. Why then have we not heard of Celtic, especially putting in an application to Edinburgh Council to have some fans in Tynecastle? And listen, I've been very happy the way that Celtic have handled us getting full capacity, putting pressure on right away. But I'm not trying to criticise Celtic. I'm just trying to be sceptical.
No, I get
it. That finished 1-1 between Galatasaray and St Johnstone. I think that's absolutely fantastic. Fantastic result for Scotland as well. Just like that's a mind-boggling result.
Yeah, it's a good result. It's good to see, and fair play to St Johnstone. I think they thoroughly deserved it. I thought when they went down, when Galatasaray went down to 10 men, I thought they could have put the pressure on a little bit more, but they were probably thinking we want to try and maintain our result. Obviously, wasn't to be with that great effort from Bowie, but Saints can be happy going next week, and whatever may come. So good luck to them.
Of course, Galatasaray without their captain as well next week.
Aye, Muslera. If St Johnstone managed to pull off the impossible, fair dues to them. I'll have egg on my face for saying they would get whacked 4-0. They gave a great performance in Europe tonight. And again, congrats to them for doing it, because not every day you see a Scottish club going toe-to-toe with a Turkish giant. So, good luck to them. But Goggsy, I'm going to bow out, mate. Good to be back. Good to see all the comments. And be back on pretty soon, I'm sure. But good. Enjoy the rest of the stream, boys, and I'll catch you after.
Nice, Stefan. See you later.
All right, see you, Stefan.
Elsewhere, we have got Hibernian still being held 0-0 to HNK Rijeka, and it's half-time in Iceland between Breidablik and Aberdeen, in which it's 2 each. So we can split up whatever we're watching. So
yeah, I've just got the Hibs game on there.
Yeah, me too. And then I'll probably switch over to Breidablik Aberdeen, because that game seems to be a bit more open. Whereas this game, I don't think I couldn't call a winner between Hibs and Rijeka over 2 matches.
I agree. I actually agree with that to a point, Goggsy, with that, because it is going to be. I said Hibs, and it's not me just trying to support the Scottish clubs. I just thought it was going to be. It was going to be all kind of just the way they're playing. I thought at home they would get a 1-0 and maybe 1-0, as I said, predicted, and then away from home, then you obviously never know what can happen. But yeah, it will be really, really, really tight. What I will say is, if all Scottish, it'll be good coefficient points if all Scottish teams can either win or avoid defeat tonight. That'll be 4 out of 5 Scottish teams in a week avoiding defeat, with only Rangers letting the side down on Tuesday.
Yeah,
but that would be good for Scottish football if we can have 4 teams avoiding defeat tonight. That'll be good coefficient points as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you, Daniel. I reckon Aberdeen will have enough over 2 games to beat Breidablik. I mean,
what minute are you on in the Hibs game, by the way?
55.
55-11, I'm on.
Oh, well, 54-35, so.
Aye, well, Breidablik knocked out Austria Vienna last week.
He put it in there. Oh, Nisbet is peltering Martin Boyle, by the way, for shooting for the right, just inside the box, but he's wet. He's really
he's so far out.
I know, and he's got to look for Nisbet there.
He has to go for Nizzy.
Nisbet was not happy there.
Jesus. Jesus. But this game between Hibs and Rijeka is going to end up being either a 0-0 or someone's going to sneak it to the death.
Yeah, potentially, mate.
And take a lead over to Croatia. Because, I mean, even though our coefficient is higher than Croatia, I'd say our league is almost on par with, or basically on par with Croatia, especially the sort of higher end teams in Croatia.
Could that be a penalty? No.
Nah.
I doubt it. I don't like so. It's Martin Boyle as well. If anybody likes Di Stefano talk, she'll know that Martin Boyle's my best pal when it comes to diving because he gives me so many things to moan about.
Mm-hmm.
He was
but
at it.
I don't think that was a dive though. I think he genuinely just. I mean, it was a follow through after a tackle.
Yeah, true.
And I mean, he had completed the tackle successfully, and then. Like he just sort of fell over the tackle, so there's nothing in that for me.
No, he won the ball definitely.
You're a popular man, right, Mark?
I know it's WhatsApp because Spain, mate. It's all WhatsApp over there, so it's all group chats pinging about football and stuff like that. Tonight's one of the football nights for everyone, so they're getting games organised last minute.
Ah, right. You know. I'm looking back at this highlight of the potential penalty. See if we had VAR. VAR might actually give that penalty.
Yeah, because it's the fault. I know. I actually looked in first glance as if Boyle went down too early, but actually looking at it again, they could have a wee bit of fall through. But I reckon probably not. I reckon it's just enough. But if we had VAR rolling back in again, if we had VAR, our goal wouldn't have been topped off against Hearts at the weekend. If we had VAR, Hibs would have probably the penalty against Motherwell at the weekend.
Yeah.
It's like he wins the ball first, and then he clips Boyle, but Boyle's nowhere near the ball. So, well, he gets the ball first, but like Boyle's like just kind of behind it. So then that's how there's contact there. So, like the ball's not exactly in his possession. So, I don't know. It's quite.
It looks like we've got another commenter from Azerbaijan. Just remember, Karabag drew tonight, so they're not through yet, and Aberdeen are drawing as well, so they're not through. What if it was AEL Limassol against Breidablik in the next round?
Oh. Well, listen, we've got some confidence from the man there as well. But we'll see. Time will tell. As I've just turned on Sky Sports News there, Goggsy, 6 years Man City gave Grealish.
6 years?
6 years.
People get less than that for murder.
What's that?
People get less than that for murder.
I know. The Villa chairman also come out and it was saying the reason was Jack Grealish or Villa, someone at Villa, I don't know if it's the owner or the chairman, said that he wants to play Champions League football now.
That's fair enough.
Which is fair enough.
I would say right now, though, Aston Villa are making a project to try and build towards European football on a regular basis.
Well, they should be doing that anyway.
They should be doing that. They should have been doing that for years, because Aston Villa is historically one of the biggest clubs in England.
Yeah, that's why I'm so annoyed at their fans for reacting like that.
Aye,
yeah,
it's self-entitlement. I've been to an Aston Villa game. Aston Villa's my English team. I went to see Aston Villa play against Peterborough in the FA Cup. They got beat 3-1 after being 1-0 up after 5 minutes. So my luck isn't there already, but it's just the attitude of fans. It's like I don't actually... What?
It's 1-0 to Rijeka.
Is it?
I'll just see the goal in a minute.
60 minutes.
I didn't actually enjoy my experience at Villa Park because the fans were just arseholes.
Yeah.
They all are down Birmingham way.
They had a sort of attitude like, how dare you come here to our patch of grass and have a good time, effectively.
Wow, that's
I don't know. It depends what Birmingham's like as a city as well. I think like the two football teams are quite rough as well.
Yeah.
So maybe that has an effect. Like, whereas if you go to Newcastle,
What header that is?
That's a great header, and it's a hammer blow for the HIBS, and it's really a towering header above Stevenson as well. Very
Steve was a bit slow in coming over to that.
Coming over, yeah, but the actual save itself, the ball's at the header's that far into the ground that it's really just a very, very good goal from their point of view as well. Hibs should be looking to stop the cross and then deal with the header better, but fantastic from Rijeka's point of view, and that could be the goal that we were talking about that really just tips this very topsy-turvy tie. I know there's still 90 minutes of football, well, half an hour here plus 90 minutes left, but it is looking very tight. This actually's got a contender for extra time, do you know that? Especially if Hibs can either score here and take a draw over there or else get a win, manage to score over there. I think this has got a good chance of going to extra time. Aberdeen, on the other hand, need to buck up their ideas in the second half. The latest game tonight is Portuguese team Santa Clara against Olympia Ljubljana, who Celtic played a few years ago. It's not even kicked off yet. It's kicking off at 9:30.
I saw that.
That's imagine I pass the mic for that 11 o'clock shot at least. Well, quarter past ish, 11. Jesus Christ.
Mm. That's 3-2 to Aberdeen.
Oh, who scored?
Ramirez again.
Wow.
If Aberdeen could maybe score again, I would say that's
surely it.
Yeah, because I would fancy Aberdeen to win in front of their own fans at Pittodrie.
Yeah. Stefano De Luca says, I've been to Ellen Road a few times as I have family down there who are season ticket holders and they can be a bit like Goggsy is saying. Yeah, I genuinely hate having football discussions with random English people that come into my dad's shop. They try to talk to me about football and I'm just like, just stop talking.
I just don't like it when if it's about like Man United, Man City, then like not interested. Like, I kind of like talking about the Championship. League One to some extent is a good league. Like you'd be surprised to how competitive like the lower leagues of England actually are. I actually enjoy every Saturday at 9 o'clock watching EFL on Quest, right? Mm-hmm. And you just see games like I don't know,
say
like Walsall against Gillingham or something. You get some like good goals and stuff on that. It's good to watch.
By the way, I must say the first touch there from don't know who it was to play in Ramirez is it the long ball from Joe Lewis comes forward. Who is it that takes that first touch? It's hard to see. Wow, whatever it is, it's a first touch. First touch is a dream, and it's a good decent finish. I'm just seeing that, by the way, because I think I'm miles behind. I think my HIBS stream's better right enough.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just because it's a foreign broadcast. So it's because we're getting the stream from the Hibs Rijeka game through Hibs TV.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, whatever's happening in Breidablik's already happened 5 minutes ago, but we're only seeing it now.
I've kept my eye in both games.
Yeah, me too. I've actually split the screen to 3 different things. So I've got StreamYard in the Hibs game and then the Aberdeen game. Oh, we've got a Rijeka fan in here.
Wow.
Yeah, there we go.
We've also got is that a Breidablik fan as well?
No, it's the same Azerbaijan guy.
Azerbaijan guy, right? Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, I'm no Rijeka. Well. Listen, I don't know. We must be popping up in some countries here, by the way.
Aye. See, last year when we covered the draw for the Europa League, it was like Galatasaray, and we also had Hajduk Split fans in as well. Oh, that's a great touch. Yeah, superb.
Oh, and Hibs have scored one each.
Yeah, Hibs have equalised. There we go.
Martin Boyle. Game on at Easter Road. Martin Boyle. Getting them up.
This has been an exceptional night for Scottish football so far.
It really has been, mate. It's been excellent. And it's for a set piece as well. Great ball in. And it's a great header to back post. Nisbet follows in. It's a beautiful save from the goalkeeper from Nisbet's header. And Boyle's just standing there to tap it right in.
Yeah,
fabulous.
That's the type of chance that, like, 3 out of 10 strikers miss because it's such a high bounce.
Mm-hmm. Kyogo Fureashi. Although to be fair to him, he took his goal very well. So here we go. Come on. I don't support you, but I support all Croatian clubs in Europe. Fair enough.
That. I mean, I support every Scottish team in Europe.
Thanks to Graham Caldwell for Conor McLennan that set up the third Aberdeen goal. Graham, if you were on my screen, mate, you would understand exactly why I wasn't able to see who set up what. It's a bit wonky. The Aberdeen stream's been a bit wonky. I just could see the beautiful first touch in amongst the buffering. Thank you, but
that was a good goal by Boyle, by the way. It's like Hanlon heads it and then another header, and it's actually a good. He's in the right place at the right time, I think.
Daniel Leslie, I support every Scottish team in Europe, even when Motherwell do compete in Europe. It's a bit of a bizarre question to ask. I know you're trying to take the piss, but I'm just a cheerleader for all of Scottish football, that's all.
Yeah.
Joseph Coyle says, anyone planning to go to the Euros in 3 years' time in Deutschland? Let's see if Scotland get there.
Declan and I spoke about this, Goggsy. We're definitely going to go anyway.
Oh, aye.
What would you reckon you would go, even if Scotland don't get?
I probably would, yeah. I'll join you.
That's fine. You're more than welcome. Jamie?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Would you go?
Aye.
Fucking right, aye.
It's good. That would be. But best to base yourself at maybe Cologne or something like that. It's a good base to maybe get to.
Aye, somewhere central.
Best way to travel down is you could travel down to London and then get on the Eurostar if it goes to Germany as well. That would be class.
Yeah, massive bevy on the train. Super.
Aye.
We have the World Cup before that anyway, says Daniel Leslie. Yeah, listen, that group's interesting we're in, isn't it? Scotland are batting, just the weekend after the Old Firm game. It's 3 Scotland games. Both Austria and Denmark. In that window, that's massive for us, by the way.
It's a massive.
I don't think I'll be able to go to the Moldova game, but I finished my job in September because I'm only like the 30th of September because it's only temporary. So I'll get the Israel game and Denmark game.
Here's one. Are we all buying Scotland tickets next month?
I've already bought a set of 2 tickets for all 3 home games.
Not for Moldova. Well, it's very unlikely, but Israel.
Do they not go on general sale? No, because
well, I've got a Scotland Supporters Club membership, so
right.
I've already got my tickets, and I'm just waiting on news for the Faroe Islands and Moldova because I've already pre-booked them away.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So that. When do we play the Faroe Islands away?
What's that?
When do we play the Faroe Islands away?
October or November.
Aye. Just try to have a look at
12th of October.
Moldova's the last away game as well. So I booked the last 2 away games because I didn't know when. I waited till Denmark and Austria news came out. I think this guy's Turkish. We are FAK Scotland.
We are
We are the best Galatasaray. You'd obviously know the best if you're getting held by St. Johnstone. They come from a city of like 60,000 people. You should be ashamed of yourselves.
Perth's not even a football city, is it? Like it's
Perth is a rugby city.
Right, so here, the next international break, we've got Denmark away on the 1st of September, Moldova at home on the 4th, and then Austria away on the 7th. That is massive for us.
Aye. Hopefully we'll be saying do a deer by the 7th.
The Danes will probably hammer us. Of that, no doubt.
Oh, I will say
Moldova should take care of itself at Hampden. It's that Austria game. That's your big game.
Yeah. Thing is, those games actually suit us because Steve Clark is a sit back and win 1-0 guy.
True.
Yeah.
This guy's
well, bro, just joke. We are so angry.
Turkey gets smashed.
What is happening? Still 1H Easter Road.
Guys, what's only team in Scotland to smash world record to sign a player? Don't know.
Oh, but are we talking about the record?
And you say it's a beating Poulsen 4-0?
Yes, a beat Victoria Poulsen 4-0. Fucking hell. Is Paul Coppo? Am I supposed to answer that Tony Andrew Flo flopped at Rangers? Is that what we're looking for here?
And that's why Rangers ended up in the 3rd division.
Yes, because they cheated. Rangers cheated. End of story. I'm a very, very adamant Celtic fan.
Get the TNS players tested.
Saying that, well, at least Kilmarnock can feel better about themselves now.
No, it was Falkirk.
Well, I know it was Connacht, but at least the Welsh teams, what I'm about to say, at least the Welsh teams broke the record for a Welsh team winning in Europe. That's what I was about to say. Surely a Welsh team's never won. Because remember, Connacht beat Kilmarnock 2-1, and it was at some sort of record that they actually won away from home or something. Or that's got to now overdo that. That's got to outdo that. Beating Victoria 4-0 must outdo that. No, it was Falkirk. What are we talking about? Stefano, if you
Connacht played Falkirk at the Challenge Cup a few years ago. Connacht beat them 1-0, I think.
Stefano? Where's Stefano?
As in this Stefano.
Ah.
Because he said Turkey gets smashed everywhere they go.
Ugh.
Well, at least Scotland got 1 point in the Euros.
Oh, digs.
Oh, wow. The comment section
That's fun.
has been absolutely fantastic tonight. The New Saints won 5-0 in the first leg of the last round.
Right, well, maybe it didn't out-jump it then. Thanks for that, Stefano. Brody, end of story. I know what end of story means here. You're right, Brody. Rangers did cheat. End of story. Get the lighting a bit better in here. Starting to get. This is how long we've been on. It's night. Day's turning to night. There's the dog going again.
The dog's good. Yeah, Declan McManus scored a hat trick for the TNS.
Did he?
Let's not
Aye.
get Maris playing for the new Saints now. Oh my god.
That's better. Offering me a date on offering me on a date. Oh, I will be back when the second game is played. Fair enough. Well, we won't be doing a PTM next week because, Goggsy will be going to St Johnstone. Well, you could do a live one. You could go and meet up.
I might do a live one. Fuck it.
What have we got to do for Scotland then? We want to do one for the Scotland game.
Aye. For the Scotland away games, definitely. But as soon as we actually have proper 100% normality, I will be aiming to go to every Scotland away game as well. So, aye.
I need to save my pennies for Celtic away games.
Your games are as expensive as enough.
Aye, I know. No, I'm talking about even domestic away games are expensive enough for us.
Oh, and must be what 600 odd quid for a Celtic season ticket.
For an adult season ticket, yes, it is 670 odd.
Yeah, I just bought my membership yesterday for Newcastle, so be going down there quite a lot next season. So,
how many viewers do we have, Goggsy? Actually,
right now 31.
We've actually done well. I think the guy's now caught up with Aberdeen's score there. Finally, the HIBS stream's decided it doesn't want to play ball anymore. That's good, of it?
Neither does the Aberdeen one.
Right, let's try again, HIBS. Come on, don't make a HIBS of the stream. Whatever you do,
HIBS it.
With HIBS the stream.
Oof. Yeah, it's doing that for me. 77 minutes. Just about approaching 78, and it is still one each. Could we be sniffing a bit of late drama at Easter Road? Could we have a late winner?
A Leith late winner. Try to say that when you're pissed.
I know. Well, Rijeka are getting on with this quick, by the way. They don't look happy with the draw either. Normally, away from home, European night, you get fouled. You fouled with 12 minutes to go. You'll maybe try and take a sting out of it. Rijeka don't look happy.
You're a good team, but only playing defensive 11-10. Aye, but,
I talk about St Johnstone. Well, St Johnstone, for the avoidance of doubt, there's no St Johnstone fans here for us and amongst us. We wanted St Johnstone to win because they're a Scottish team. But, listen, St Johnstone were out on their feet as well. They're playing against every player in every position for Galatasaray is better than St Johnstone. In fact, so that's what it is. So to get us a result for St Johnstone away from home, regardless of the circumstances, is very, very, very good in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, how much money do you think the lowest paid player is for Galatasaray? Probably about 10s, 20s, 30,000.
I'd maybe say about I'd say 10.
Aye, I would say 10 as well.
You'd be lucky to even say if Callum Davidson's on 10,000.
Exactly. The St Johnstone players maybe on like 800 quid a week. Some of them maybe still. Your young players. Maybe just a wee bit more.
Galatasaray are giants compared to St Johnstone. And still, they couldn't beat them.
Barcelona are really fucking greeting about this. Where will he go? He needs to hurry up. Does the league start back in 2 weeks?
Who?
Messi.
Aye.
But who's going to be able to afford his wages? PSG could. City will not sign him now. Well, they just spent 100 million. Well, they'll get him on a free. That's one thing. Yeah. Whoever goes will get him on a free. There's Fab. Oh, it's not. I thought it's Alvaro Montero. Looks a wee bit like Fab. I thought it was Fab coming on the telly. It's Alvaro Montero coming on Sky Sports News.
Rijeka pressing for this.
217 million points that were going to go for the Football Club Barcelona, 200 million for Real Madrid, to make the stadiums better, to make more wages on salaries for the players, 50%.
What about Bayern Munich? No one's actually mentioned Bayern Munich.
Has rejected that because
It should.
they didn't count on them, and there was going to be a lot of problems.
So the money that went into La Liga yesterday, this guy's saying, is basically was for like stadium development and stuff like that. Real Madrid fucking need that. The Bernabeu's nice at the pitch and it looks decent on the outside, and the inside it's a shithole. That's why they're doing it up. Right. Barcelona have obviously tried to use that money for Messi, and it's obviously not been allowed, or something's not worked. I'm going to read the full story when I go off this later and try and get my head around more of it.
I love you guys. Congratulations. Well, that's a bit of a turn.
Turn that for the...
Congratulations.
Is that Declan's name translated into Turkish? He's just come on to bam us up for a wee while.
I love it. Charles Hodgson says, well done, Goggsy, for these streams. Better than Radio Scotland. Good to see Ramage back too. The Celtic boy is better than Adam the Jambo. I'm taking a wee photo of that, putting that in the chat.
Absolutely.
Cheers, Charles.
Cheers, Charles. Thank you, mate. For him that doesn't know me, I'm new this season. I wasn't here last year. I'll be on a lot this year.
Yeah.
I'll be here. If Goggsy's offering, I'll
definitely. 100%.
It's good banter. It's good on you, but it's a different dynamic. I like watching games with people, so it's good. Oh, Declan's already one step ahead of us. What was it that Adam was getting called the other day? What is he in there again? Who was it that gave him another nickname? I'm trying to look.
Nostradamus.
So only three of us don't have nicknames in the chat. That's Declan, and Stefan, and Jenna, and myself, of course.
Do we like Limmy? Of course we love Limmy. When's Fraz and Hot Wheels and Costco coming back? They have left to do their own show. So all good luck to them. They've got their own side projects this season, so
fair enough.
Yeah. The main event deck Hughes will be back soon. I know.
I agree with Graham. Says that Bayern probably couldn't afford Bayern are quite strict with their wages. That's one thing. They would never break their policy to try and really listen. It is Messi, isn't it? But usually, traditionally, they're not a sort of sellout club. They're a really structured development club, etc. You know the way that they are. Football for the fans, they like 20's plenty, all the sort of morals that way. So I wouldn't see that.
Thing is, German football has a lot of soul. Whereas Spain, France, England sort of lost it. Even Italy has never had a soul in football. Whereas out of the big five, Germany's always stayed true to its supporters.
I reckon that the league with the least soul in the world is France by a mile, because PSG have just basically ruined it with all their money, and the rest of the teams are so far and this is why. And before MD cuts me off about the league happening last year, before MD jumps in, I know it was 1 year, but think about the last 6, 7, 8 years. It's just no soul to that league. And if PSG do get shocked like that, they just decide to go and spend more money. And
what the Dutch league, like Ajax and all that, because they've
Ajax aren't soulless, but because they sold their players because they developed them in the right way, and that to me, like I thought she just spending pound after pound after euro after euro after euro.
I mean, Ajax don't actually spend that much money in the grand scheme of things in terms of elite football clubs. Ajax started their players from the bottom. Like they have a massive youth academy. Them and Benfica have two of the greatest youth academies in world football.
Aye. Right. Oh, there's 86 and a half minutes at Easter Road. It's still one each. Let's see what happens in the last few minutes. Hibs are now coming forward. I'm sure the whole Easter Road crowd will be, the COVID restricted crowd will be willing them on.
Yeah.
That's a stupid foul. Oh, no, he's not gave it. I thought he was going to give a foul there. Oh, we go then. Good advantage for Hibs here.
Go on.
Still there. Come on, Bill and Stevenson. Good ball
inside. I don't see why they took Nisbet off for Allen.
I know.
Because
I don't know if Kevin was maybe struggling or we'll see. Oh, it's a decent touch forward, corner kick. Oh no, he's gave a goal kick.
Aye. I thought he won the ball there, to be honest.
He's not happy anyway, is he, the Rijeka player?
To be honest, if this ends 1-1, like Hibs will know they're in the game when they go over to Croatia.
Still very tight. I reckon that this tie could go to extra.
Oh, what a header by Aberdeen for the second goal, by the way.
Aye.
I've just seen it on the BBC Scotland, the news channel. The 9 or whatever it's called.
Oh, chance for Hibs. Oh no! Don't.
Well, he was going to get a penalty there.
Oh, did that? It's a header from Christian Deutsch. Oh, and he goal his arms.
Unlucky.
Yeah, unlucky. Listen, positively, it's not. There's still all to play for over there in Croatia.
Any idea why Portuguese games kick off at 9:30? No, I don't.
No, because the time difference would make it worse. Would I go to a game at that time? I'd go to Celtic.
I thought Portugal was level with the UK.
Is it? I don't know. I remember I lived in Spain, Goggsy, not Portugal.
I know, mate.
I don't know, mate. I'm going to actually not check that just now.
Because see when you're setting your timer, and it's like British summertime or Greenwich Mean Time, it's like
no, they're the same time. Apologies,
London, Cape Town, and Lisbon.
Lisbon are the same. Would I go at 9:30? Do you know why they're kicking off at 9:30, Stebano? As much as it's very warm. It's the heat. It's the heat. It's like Spain. Yeah. In Spain, when I lived there, one of my games for a 7-a-side league kicked off at 11 o'clock at night.
Really?
For an hour. We get in at like 1 a.m.
Oof.
To be fair, I would like that lifestyle. I would enjoy that. I would really enjoy that. Do what shit you have to do during the day. Go for a siesta. Have tea, and then go for a kickabout, and then you come home and sleep.
You're selling it to me, Goggsy.
What?
You're selling it to me. It's good. That is good, mate. It's a good style of life. It's a good lifestyle.
Being in Spain.
I'll go back to visit definitely, mate. But in terms of I'm back to finish off obviously my uni stuff and that. Obviously, I'm studying Spanish. I've got my final year to do. But honestly, mate, the lifestyle over there is really good. And it's a good to go and see another culture and see how things are done differently. It really is a good experience.
So was that just part of your uni to?
Yes, mate, it was.
Work over there for a bit.
Aye.
Fair game.
It was. I worked in a school, mate. I was a teacher. as the time goes on with the pass of mics and the rest of the season, if the subject comes up, I'll tell stories and stuff like that about and that. There's good stories, and there's a lot of good stories about our Celtic European trips actually as well. I've not got. There's a good one that I think I don't know if I can tell this. I think I can tell this one. I don't know. Right, I think it's all right. Right, so it was in we were playing against Copenhagen, right? I won't make this as long as Coby's haircut story. Copenhagen, right? One of my days, honestly, Ravi's just spoiled earlier. Copenhagen, right? And basically ended up going to the game, right? I ended up queuing for the metro. And as soon as I got ready to go on the metro bit, the train to get to the bit to get off, I was bursting for a Barry White, right? I needed, but for a Tom, whatever, whatever you want, euphemism you want to go. I was bursting for a shite, right? Right.
Thanks for the clarification.
And I basically had to hold that in, be an inch to get in. Got into the stadium, right? Got towards the toilet and slipped and fell on my arse like Permagrips 1999. Whack! Right. Slap right on my back, right? And then I did make it to the toilet, which is a good thing. I did make it, and there was no incidents or accidents, but I did come out with a nasty bruise on my arse the next day.
Oh,
Daniel Leslie says, "Cheers, Jeff."
I don't know if that's to do with me or if no. He's talking about Charles Hodgson saying 5 at Easter Road. I don't think that's me. That might be aimed at me. He can clarify that if he wants. Opinions in the Russian league. Good league to watch. The atmosphere is amazing.
Well, we don't really get that over here.
We don't get it, do we? It's not on the TV.
No, so we don't really watch it. Obviously, there's...
HIBS have a chance here. Oh, what a save. Oh,
That is a good save. Oh.
Couldn't follow up.
I mean, Motherwell... Oh, either side of the keeper, man. What's the first thing you're taught as a forward? Fucking put it either side of the keeper.
It was at Mark. Well, thanks, Daniel. At Charles Hodgson, maybe wait until Adam is on stream and give him an opportunity to respond. Right, Stefan. It was at Mark. Well, Daniel, if you don't want to hear stories, or you go and watch you can go and watch Aberdeen, which that's what we're doing anyway.
Yeah.
Listen, it was a half decent story.
Yeah, well, that was decent. YouTube has the rights to the Russian league, but I mean, Motherwell did play Kuban Krasnodar in the Europa League a couple of years ago when they had just spent shit ton of money and then they went bankrupt. And now they're in the 5th division of the Russian league.
I'm only kidding on, Daniel, by the way. I'm only winding you up, mate. I don't really like my own stories either. Don't worry.
Celtic played Kuban Krasnodar.
I don't like my own stories either.
What's that, Ramage?
Didn't Celtic play them as well in a qualifier a few years ago? Kuban Krasnodar.
No.
Oh.
I'm sure they did, or somebody did.
We didn't.
That's
the thing. Since really the Russian teams we've played the most team that we've played.
I'm sure it was in the Europa League
as Spartak. I don't remember playing Krasnodar. Krasnodar, just normal Krasnodar.
Celtic beat Krasnodar.
Aye, because
24. Oh yeah, it was FC Krasnodar. Sorry,
FC Krasnodar, not Kuban Krasnodar. FC Krasnodar. I was thinking that. Not normal Krasnodar, maybe, but not Kuban Krasnodar. Yeah, there is.
Because Kuban Krasnodar, they had who was that guy? Lassina Traore, I think. They had him.
Aye.
I remember Wagner Love at CSKA Moscow. I'm pretty sure he's still kicking a ball in like Bulgaria.
We're into added time here. And Rijeka on, this is dangerous. Ball in. Good defending. That should be that. Yep. Okay, 1H at Easter Road. Not bad.
Not too
bad. That's
disastrous.
the tightest game.
As I said before, I couldn't call the winner of that tie. Yeah.
Aberdeen, 80 minutes, I'm on. Where they use.
Yeah, 80
Need
coming
to
into
get
81.
Aye.
10 minutes remaining in Icelandic capped. Just have to keep it out. Although I'm pretty sure Aberdeen will pump them at Pataudry.
Yeah, they should.
Because Aberdeen have a much better team than what they've had previous years.
Double change for the hosts on come, 2 forwards.
Oh, yeah.
Full back off, forward on. Could be a shift to... Could be 3-4-3, maybe.
Oh, and see that number 9, Mickelson?
Mm-hmm.
He played for Ross County and Dundee United.
His brother plays golf as well. It's called Phil Mickelson.
Thomas Wicket. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 8 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. It's been a great night, must be said.
Yeah. Started on late afternoon.
Yeah, late afternoon going into this.
It's been great. That's what I was saying with Celtic, and then firing into here. It's been good.
Hedges covered off for
Yeah,
Revere.
Joseph. Appreciate that.
Appreciate that too, Joseph. I know you've been with us the whole time as well. Actually, he's been here the whole time, even on the other one as well.
Aye.
Respect due.
Aye, it's been fun.
That has been.
Go on, give us another go, Aberdeen. Pumped up Pataudry thought that was just a sheep.
What minute are you guys on?
83.
Alright, so am I. So that's not bad.
The headline here, the headline for the Hibs game says Hibs frustrated in further.
Yeah, I got that as well. I thought when you said, "Oh, come on, Aberdeen, give another goal," I thought like that going off was Aberdeen scoring.
No,
Right.
I don't know how they can be frustrated with that. I mean, Rijeka are a good side. Like a lot of people have been getting them out.
The European pedigree as well. People forget that as well. They forget that a lot of these conference league teams that are maybe teams that are missing out in Europa League qualification have been in Europe before as well, or that maybe have had poor seasons in their league. So there are going to be some new teams that you don't see a lot of, to be honest. Really, St. John, I know they're in the Europa League now, but that they would be a new team to the European scene for most people, St. Johnstone.
Yeah. I mean, St. Johnston's just one of these teams like for example, Motherwell last season, because we hadn't been in Europe for so long. Like a lot of people would from the continent would probably just not know who they are.
Yeah, Lee, with that comment about Motherwell, is that the Motherwell team they got the Viking clap off of? Goggsy?
No, that was Stjarnan.
Stjarnan, so it was.
They are 10th in the league right now. Stjarnan.
How many is in that division?
12.
12. Oof.
And there's 2 rounds. Like they play each other twice, and that's how long their season is.
Oh wow!
22 league games.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, Lee. Motherwell played this Icelandic team Aberdeen's playing, and we beat them. Yeah, we beat them 1-0 in both games. Ross Forbes scored in the first game, and Jamie Murphy scored in the second. I was at the home leg.
Did you not beat them 2-1 at home?
No, we beat them 1-0.
1-0.
Jamie was there. Yeah, Rijeka have played Aberdeen on 2 separate occasions, as in like the competition.
Mhm.
Pretty sure Aberdeen knocked them out the first time, and then Rijeka battered them in Croatia the second. Oh, he's fast. That's a great ball.
Oh, poor header.
Take it down.
What minute's that on?
86.
Right, I think it's time for a refresh on my end then. I'm still getting the team lines coming up.
I thought the Wi-Fi was bad in Fife.
I know, mate.
This looks like the Olympic Stadium in Iceland. Not Olympic Stadium, but athletics, because there's a racetrack running around it. And there's one of these massive like mattresses for like the high jump.
Martin Boyle would love that.
Wonder if there's like a wee terrace behind the goal, like Cowden Beef. I think I've seen a few fans behind the goal, actually.
What do you mean by that, Joseph? Goggsy has been smooth riding through this stream. I'm just relaxed, that's all.
I know.
Mainly because Motherwell aren't playing. If Motherwell were playing, I've only been at here, but when Motherwell play, I'm up here. Rainbow flag, lucky that Jamie Vardy isn't playing for Aberdeen. Jesus. July 2010, we played them, just checked there. I think Aberdeen will type them. Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, Breidablik were our first opponent of that season. That was our first proper game. We just got the job done. I mean, we beat them 1-0 in both games, but should have been by a lot more. Whereas the next round we played Ollesons, we drew 1 each away and beat them 3-0 at home. We absolutely pumped them and that was the night that my dad got me an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer autograph, because he sat in the seat behind my dad.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Except I was on holiday, my dad was working, so I didn't get to the game, but I was the mascot for the Motherwell game the next Sunday. Am I going to fix the saltire flag behind me? Nah, I'll just keep it like that.
Everybody's got light in the comments. They'll apologise whenever they have a go, isn't it?
Like, I will have it at full mast when Scotland play.
It's at half mast for the Dead Euros campaign.
Correct.
No mod duties for you, says.
No, you can't, Joseph. No mod duties for you. Oh, that should be a free kick.
And we're getting there. We're coming to the dying embers of
4 minutes added on.
They had to do that to us because we've been on stream so long.
Yeah, I know. Just you sit and get blisters on your arse, son. It's fine.
I know. I need to. It's still not a dent yet. I'm actually stuffing.
I know. I'm gonna be looking at takeaways now.
So am I.
If we have takeaways in Fife.
Did they get delivered by horse and cart?
Carrier pigeon, mate.
It's like Harry Potter, the owl just gets delivered.
I appreciate that, Joseph. Thank you.
Mark, fuck off, Stefan. I know, I keep saying I've got to go, but it's because one game's at half time, they're still there. Absolutely not. As soon as I'm getting off here, this shirt is getting whipped away and flung into just right into the washing machine. Even if it's the only solitary white in there, I will wash it on its own because it's just been living on me for like so many hours.
Just bin it, mate. I can smell the sweat from here.
That's actually no sweat, mate. It's actually no mag after today.
Fair enough. Will the FM save with like 6 people return? I don't know because it took forever last time. We gave it 2 episodes. It just took forever.
And Direct, well, 2 minutes left now. I think the home side are going to try and create a chance. Hopefully Aberdeen can just defend. Normally their 1v1's perfect. That's a good tackle there. Oh no. But then he's overcommitted. And here come Breidablik. That's all right. Poor ball.
Stefan, stop jumping on Mark's back. Thank you, mate. You're just still not being a mod.
Stop jumping on Mark's back. Thank you, mate. You're just not. Just
Brilliant.
I'll thank Joseph for the defence. But
defence against the dark arts.
Very good. I like that.
Oof.
Nearly there, lads, as we're into the last 75 seconds of the game.
Oofed.
What? We got a pinball there. Oh.
Oofed. Yeah.
What a oofed. Oh, it's a foul. Phil Mickelson's foul in again. Ross McCauley's not happy.
McCrory's told him to fuck off.
Muzza with 3M videos is correct. You've got Celtic winning tonight. Aberdeen looking as if they're going to hold on tonight. Hibs drawn in a very, very tight affair. Result of the night goes to St Johnstone. Even from me as a Celtic fan, St Johnstone have got result of the night. Wow. 1-1 away in Istanbul. In the one of the most volatile stadiums in the world. And they've got a result. So fair play to them. Game on in perfect. Could you imagine a giant killing?
I would say that it didn't look as volatile as it has been before.
Yeah, but obviously when it's full capacity, it can be. But still would have been quite volatile. There looked like there was a good man anyway. Now, what did Aberdeen do here? Did they fancy putting the ball in the box? Or did they let the referee just... Oh, no, the Aberdeen... No, they're putting it in. When it goes. The referee says it's last play after this cross comes in the box, doesn't it?
Yeah. They have to. I mean, to at least provide a cushion going forward. But I think it'll just go to...
And that's all she wrote.
All right. Full time. Breidablik 2, Aberdeen 3. That is full time. Rangers, the only Scottish club not
to get beat
this week. Superb. Galatasaray 1, St Johnstone 1, Hibernian 1, HNK Rijeka 1, and Breidablik 2, Aberdeen 3. Earlier result was Jablonec, however you want to call them, 2, Celtic 4 earlier on. Goggsy trying to get a press pass for St Johnstone Galatasaray next week. I'll see what I can wangle. I mean, if I can get something from the Motherwell game on Sunday, then why not? But anyway, thank you very much to Ramage for coming on tonight. And Mark.
Thank you. Thanks.
Mark's just desperate to go. And also thank you to Stefan for coming on and everyone else for watching. That was a great evening we've had and a great night for Scottish football.
I would say a good evening.
A good evening. Very good evening. And on that happy note, thanks very much, guys, and drive safely.